무슨 노래를?
I'll grab the other one.
진짜? So I think this is working for the brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, do you remember when we went to the chorus? There was one song we would always dance to as little kids, right? ¿Lo conoces? Have a listen. Have a listen very carefully. Wrong one. You remember this? The Greek lambada? Opa! Opa! Only a 60-year-old could remember it. Alrighty. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. 60 years ago, this person was born, and I'll tell you what, if he was born now, he'd be classified as ADHD. Guaranteed, guaranteed. He'd be on that ADHD. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come back from COVID. It's time to party. It's time to listen to a bit of comedy. We have Spiros Yearos, and we got John Xenos coming up a bit later on. Another great comedian. Come on, let's hear a big round of applause. Let's do it.
Sorry, hello, hello, sorry. Thanks, brother. You know what the first number is? Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the Helen Nick Cluster. No more COVID, no more. No more masks, no more burdes. I've had 13 in Volia, Charazakano. You know, us Greeks invented the envolio. 1972, when I went to Greece, to Crete, with my father, I was 9.5 years old. We had to get an envolio. And this thing was this big. And I've got the scar to prove it. And I'm lucky because I've got the scar on my left arm. Other people have got it on their booty, other people on their koro. And in some unusual places. Thank you so much for coming. The number one song, it's called Cazzarola Rap, and we wrote this in 1981. Go, maestro! What's that? Rolling Stone. Cazzarola, haven't you got the CD? I gave you. Yeah. You speak Greek? Είμαι ο πιο άτιμος πατέρας του κόσμου! Έχω κρίση σατανά! That's what the song is! Σαν γουρούνια! Χωρίς πυρούνια! Next one. Ακούσουνε μαστούρες! Έτσι αυτό! Next one! No, next one! No, next one! There's a Calarino. Next one! Clarino and funk music. This was written 91, στο Παίξιμο του Άτζελο Κουκουνάρη, the then DJ from the Limnos Club, Zito Limnos. Décima, Seco Hen. Εσύ, τα πρόβατά μου δεν καμώνω. Λους, σου λέω. Όπα, παραμάτια. Όπα. Όπα, σου λέω. Ο Κυριάκος Μισόμηνας, φέρνεις λάθλα. Γεια σου πατρίδα. Ζήτω Ελλάδα και Κύπρος, I have forgotten to play. Can't sing me now. Πατρίδα. Όπα, σου λέω, yes. Come on. I said, όπα. I said, come on down to the Greek hall and do the funky tamiko. Funky tamiko. Tamiko, go, go. Μάτα, να φάμε μια σαλάτα και μια ωραία ντομάτα με μια πολύ πατάτα. Banana, pero banana, it's turned into a manjana. Αυτή θα κάνω μόνα. Come on. Baba, σου λέω. Baba. Σόπα.
Έλα εδώ γουρούνι και φέρε ένα πυρούνι να φας τα μακαρόνια που είναι σαν τα κολόνια.
Τσίκι, τσίκι,
Τσίκι, τσίκι, τσίκι, τσίκι.
τσίκι, τσίκι,
Τσίκι, τσίκι, τσίκι, τσίκι. Σαν τσίκι, τσίκι, τσίκι. Σκουλίκι, κατσίκι, ορτίκι,
Ορτίτσα.
γλεμίδια. Μαρρικβίλε. Τάμπα, τούμπα, πάμε στο κατούμπα. 1, 2, 3, σου ρε Μαρία. 6, 7,
δεν έχω λεφτά.
8, 9, 10, σου ρε 10, 100.
Θέλω φαγωτό.
Γεια σου
Ρε
μωρέ
μάγκα, με όλα σου τα φράγκα. Σίκα απ' την παράγκα και χόρεψε το γιάγκα.
Άνοιξε την πόρτα
Και φέρε μου τα κόρτα. Come on. Φέρε την κατσαρόλα
και λίγη κοκακόλα. Πάμε στο Σανσούζι να φάμε ένα καρπούζι. Τι κάνεις Μπαρμπαμίτσο, φέρε μου το παστίτσιο. Τι κάνεις Παναγιώτα, φέρε μου μία κότα. Αν δεν με πιστεύεις ρώτα, θα σου αλλάξω τα φώτα. Μαρία με τα κίτρινα, την αγαπάς καλύτερα. Την αγαπάς καλύτερα, Μαρία με τα κίτρινα. Φορέσε κανένα κόκκινο φουστάκι, Μαρία.
Γεράσαμε γαμώτο.
Τσακίσου ρε.
Όπα.
This is the voice of
Spiros
Yearos and the Greek apprentices coming to you live from my father's Kotesi the Kipo.
Remember the Kotesi the Kipo? Woo! Thank you so much. Welcome to your show, our show. We're all Greeks. Any Italiani? Any Italiani? Put up your hands. Signora. Λοιπόν, okay. This is a bilingual show. Scusi, signora. You can't sue me because it's bilingual. And it was on the advertisement. Us Greeks, we invented everything. The Italians borrowed everything. And the Chinese just make everything. Welcome. Let me introduce you to our beautiful 4-piece band. Mr. Michalis Platirachos, Reader Start Adjan. You give me cheap discount, eh? Alright. Mr. Associate Professor Emmanuel Karantanis, St. George Aglo George Private Hospital. Gynecology, obstetrics, and gynecology, robotic surgery. Κάνεις βρε ενσύσεις στα robots. Urogynecologos. Τι, is that for Chisa? Λοιπόν, έχεις BSc, brackets med, what's that, Mediterranean, MED, MBBS, FRANZ, COG, PhD, CU, τι είναι το CU? Πάρε τα γυαλιά, τρώμαξε. Έχεις κι άλλα, είναι κι άλλα, Συζαρή, Dine you see you tomorrow. See you in the operating theater. Bravo. Look at τη φωτογραφία του. Τον έκανα Google, because σήμερα όλα τα κάναμε Google. And in Greece, Googleareto. Πότε γεννήθηκες, Googleareto? Τι έφαγες αυτές το βράδυ, Googleareto? Πότε γεννήθηκες, Googleareto? Let me introduce you. Dr. Giannis's dental surgeon. He's my dental surgeon. Σε τρελαίνω κάθε φορά που πηγαίνω. Και δεν τρώγω σκόρδο, να μην του κάνω. He needs more than a mask, he needs gas mask, έτσι. But I need σκορδαλιά when I come and see you. Εσύ τώρα τι είσαι εδώ, BDS, πιο κοντά, τι είναι αυτό το BDS? Βαρβάρα Διονύσης Σωτήρης. Σπύρος, μπράβο. Και έχουμε και τον κύριο Πίτερ Άλεξ, που είναι μαθηματικός. Mathematics. Να σας πω για τα mathematics. I went to Kingsgrove North High School in 1978. I started Kingsgrove North High School because I got thrown out of Homebush Boys High School. Trust me, γιατί κάναμε τρέλες, κλάναμε, ροχαλίζαμε, whatever, so I ended up going and I thank God I went to Kingsgrove North High School and met some beautiful, beautiful people, a lot of them here tonight. And in 1980 I did my HSC, Hellenic Social Certificate. And I failed. So I did it again at Randwick Tech College. Με το κουμπάρα μου τα George, Big George. Πού είσαι Γιώργο, είσαι 7 foot. Κάθεσαι ή στέκεσαι, I can't tell. I failed again. Doesn't matter, I picked up a few marks, I went to Wollongong Uni. Τότε it was a brand new university, I did a degree, BA, and there was a big potamo, a big lake, and there was lots of babches. But for some unknown reason, we had a big influx of overseas students. Πάνε οι babches, τελειώσανε. So what happened is, babches. Γαμώτε αυτή την πάψα. I've got a book here that κάπου το έβαλα εδώ πέρα ένα βιβλίο. Πού στο μαύρο είναι αυτό το βιβλίο, διαλφαβητάριο. The man πι πι παπα, το τι τα τι το τε για πα. And anyway, so there was a mistake in the marking of the modern Greek papers. Well, the truth is, ο πατέρας μου έδωσε ένα εκατοστάρι and they gave me extra marks. And I ended up, it's a Greek thing, and it's not illegal because we're Greek. Everything's legal. Facelachi, it's not a facelachi. It's a tradition. It's a tradition. In Greece, εμείς δεν έχουμε facelacho. Έτσι είναι τα πράγματα εδώ. Είναι δώρο. Here we call it bride. We bride. So I ended up going to New South Wales, and I did a Bachelor of Arts. Όχι ζωγράφος, δεν ήμουν ζωγράφος, δεν ήμουν painters. Δεν ήμουν painters. And then I went to Sydney Uni to study modern Greek, and I met the big boss εδώ. Αγάπη μου γλυκιά μου που σ' αγαπώ τόσο πολύ. She's a big bossina. She's tough. The big bossina.
Don't you fucking use my fucking name in your fucking show ever again.
And the Academy Award goes to the big bossina. Her name's not Vivian Casapakis, it's Vivian Smith. Το αλλάζουμε το όνομα, την ευαφήσαμε. Vivian Smith. Έλα εδώ να δεις εσύ το πόσο εγώ σ' αγαπώ να I'm doing a cruel job. Η γυναίκα μου λέει, θέλω λέει διαμάντι with lots of καρότα. Τι θέλω, 1000 καρότα. So αγάπη μου να το διαμάντι σου. Και κοίταξε, έχω special show bag. It's called Boss. Έλα εδώ αγάπη μου, γλυκιά μου, καλή μου κιόλας, έλα. It's your plastic diamante from Best Celeste, που είναι. $2 sold, $2 sold. She's put up with me for 38. It's a long time, αγάπη μου. She's from Kefalonia. And you know why they call Kefalonia Kefalonia? Because that's the head island, Kefali head. Oh, sorry, came out wrong head. Oh, no. Oh. Now, tell me, who's married? Now the truth, I want an honest disclosure. Legally. Who is married? Put up your hand. Not two, because two means madreftika και χώρισα. No. Who's married? Who's not married? Okay. Because when you marry, in Greek it's called pandremenos. Pandremenos. Married. And when you're single, the Greeks say, είσαι ελεύθερος, ελεύθερη. The word eleftheria means freedom. So if you're single, you're not single, you're free. That doesn't mean I'm a slave. We've just been through a very, very horrible, uncomfortable time. COVID-19. Γαμώ το φλού τους και γαμώ τα όλα τους. 3 years lockdown, κλειδαριά κάτω, lockdown. And that explains why a lot of families have more kids now. COVID-19. I am sick of COVID-19. No more COVID. Now, let me tell you. On our cars, I've noticed one thing, especially Greek cars. They used to have a dangling koboloi. You know worry beats? They used to dangle. Oh, came out the wrong way, sorry. Dangle. Well, now, they've got maschas. That's got MARRICKVILLE, it's got Roseland, mascha. The koboloi's finished, so you know what? I'm sorry. Curse me, demolish them. Yes. Now, we went to Greece this year. After 3 years, we were lucky. 13 εμβόλια later. Εσύ πώς έκανες, 2 ή 22? 2, πόνεσες. Any side effects? Συνάντησε εγώ. So we went to Greece. Now, what's changed in Greece? Nothing much. Apart from the weather, it's good. It's always good in summer. Seatbelts. No one wears seatbelts. No. But εσύ, θείο, γιατί δεν φοράτε ζώνες? Λέει, οι ζώνες, λέει, τι είμαστε, λέει, τρελοί? Δεν φοράμε ζώνες. Λέω, κι άμα σε γράψει η αστυνομία, τους έχουμε γραμμένους από πολύ καιρό. Μάλλον πάει και όμως, το έχουν για την ομορφιά. They put frappettes in their helmets. What other things have changed? What other things have changed in Greece? Well, no. We went to a wedding. Social distancing. No social distancing. Stop signs. Λέω, αυτό λέει stop. Σημαίνει σταμάτα. Λέει ναι, σταμάτα τις μπούρδες και προχώρα. What about roundabouts? Greek roundabouts. Όποιος και προλάβει να μπει μέσα. That's why they're always clogged up. And of course, the usual 60 kilometers σου λέει, the sign. Αυτοί πάνε 160. I said to them, σταματήστε. Αν είσαστε στην Αυστραλία, θα σας είχαν γράψει και θα σας είχαν πετάξει μέσα στη φυλακή. Λέει, γι' αυτό δεν ερχόμαστε στην Αυστραλία. Εσείς είσαστε λέει τρελοί. When I told them how much a packet of smoke cost in Australia, what is it, 48? I stopped smoking a million years ago, but how much are they? $48, $50? No, πόσο είναι? 60. Πόσο είναι? 60, whatever it is. Όταν τους το είπα, μου λέει, τότε δεν έρχομαι καθόλου, ξέχασε το, δεν ερχόμαστε στην Αυστραλία. Το κάπνις μας σκοτώνει, τους λέω. It's on the packets, look, το κάπνις μας σκοτώνει. Μου λέει, ποιος ζεις, ποιος πεθαίνει. Μας έκανε. So, being a critical, of course, I had to honor my parents, honor my soy. Πέρασες καλά, baby μου, αγάπη μου, γλυκιά μου, καλή μου τσόκας. Πήγα στην Κρήτη, μόλις με είδανε, things have changed, even in Κρήτη. Μόλις με είδανε εκεί πέρα, σταμάτα, stop, μάσκες. No, even the soy, όχι, μη μας φίλησε, όχι, ξέχασε τον, they were very, they were practicing κοβεντίστες. Σταμάτα, όχι, ούτε φιλιά, ούτε τίποτα. My father's brother, μάσκα. Τι κάνεις παιδί μου, καράζεις, το θείο, βγάλω το στο διάλογο, βγάλω αυτό το σκατό, δεν μπορώ να σε ακούσω, τι λες. I remember 1990 when I took my beautiful wife Vivian and we went for the first time in Greece. And we stayed 4 months. We stay 4 months these days. Με τη δραχμή. How many pairs of shoes did you bring back? 152 pairs. Εγώ είχα 20 σόβρακα, τα πέταξε όξω να κάνουμε κουβιθμάνου σόβρακα αυτό που φόραγα. Το γιατί μου τα πετάς τα σόβρακα για να έχεις μέρος λέει να φέρει τα παπούτσα μου. The big boss είναι. Τώρα που πήγαμε κάτω, όρασες μισό ζευγάρι. Ένα παπούτσι, γιατί είναι ακριβά τώρα, Sell the διαμάντι. Sell it, να αγοράσεις ό,τι θέλεις. Έτσι αγάπη μου. Πήγαμε στην Κρήτη. Μόλις με είδανε πάλι δεν έχεις μουστάτσι. Because they get really offended when you don't have a μουστάτσι. Τι κριτικός είσαι εσύ. Η γυναίκα σου κάνει κομμάτο. Δεν σε αφήνει να φορές μουστάτσι. Να βάλεις εδώ, τσι, να ξέρω τι. Εγώ θέλω να αφήσω μουστάτσι. But you think I look like a Libanese όταν αφήσω γεύτηκα γένια, I don't like the Middle Eastern look, she doesn't like it, she just likes fresco, έτσι, fresco. Και πήγαμε στην Κρήτη, παιδιά, look, we had a good time. Πολύ φιλότιμοι, if you don't sit down and eat and drink with them, θα σε σκοτώσουν. Κάτσε κάτω στην τεκνάτσι μου να πιω μια τσικουδιά, να φάμε μπουμπουριστούς χοχλούς. Μπούμπουρα means upside down in Crete, we've got our own language, a μπούμπουρα. Μπουμπουριστούς χοχλούς, snails, upside down snails. I love my κριτική ποδιά, a ποδιά in Crete it's called a μπροστομούνα. Μπροστομούνα means frontal female genital. Το πήρα από τα 2 euro shop. Now I paid good money for this, στα νόγια. And we have lots of other little words. We have a type of cheese in Crete and it's called a malaka. It's cheese. Με συγχωρείτε. But it is called a malaka. Είναι μαλακό. Με συγχωρείτε. And this is something that I always talk about in the shows. Με συγχωρείτε is a license to kill. You can swear at someone, με συγχωρείτε, which means forgive me. It's in the Bible, forgive me, you have to forgive. So you can kill someone, με συγχωρείτε, σκότωσα τον άντρα σου, σκότωσα την γυναίκα σου. Με συγχωρείτε είναι άχρηστος, με συγχωρείτε. Με συγχωρείτε, συγχωρέστε με. We have other words too, like the word for male underpants, it's called an archidomadri. Which means the protector of testicles, because a madri is where you protect the πρόβατα, έτσι. And the word for castration in Crete is monoschisma. Με συγχωρείτε. Yeah, look, Crete's a great place. I recommend everyone to go to. That's where Mediterranean civilization started, στην Κρήτη. Να την εγυρίσετε, it's a magnificent place. But you must eat and before you leave to go on a holiday to Greece, go on a very strict diet. Lose 50 kilos so you can come back with 150. We love food, as you can see tonight. Τρώτε καλά, όλοι τρώτε. A lot of food. Ψωμί, φάγατε ψωμί. Ξέχασε τα άλλα. Έχω τίποτα άλλα. Ψωμί να τρώτε. Η μάνα μου έλεγε φάει να τις φας. Φάει ή θα τις φας. Eat or you'll eat it. This is my mother's from 1962. Κουτάλα. See this besima? Let me tell you about besimas. If it wasn't cooked, είναι μπέσιμα, αυτό δεν είναι ψεύτικο φαγητό, αυτό δεν είναι φαγητό. Πού το μαγειρέψες, στα αυτά τα ράμπης κατσαρολίδια, άμα δεν είναι μπέσιμα, δεν είναι νόστιμο. Let me tell you about presents. You get married, τότε there was no φακελάτια. So we had to borrow $1 billion and we had to pay, what, 21% τότε. Και τώρα γκρινιάζουν για 2-3% σταμάτα. Ασκάς, τι τραβήξαμε εμείς. Τι τραβήξαμε εγώ, τι τραβήξαμε. So, έλα και εσύ, έλα εδώ, τι κάνεις, έλα μέσα, μη φωνάζεις, καμί. So back then, you used to get presents. Είχαμε δώρα. People used to give people presents. But it wasn't just one besama, it was 159 besamas. Κρίσταλα. Μου φύγανε τα παπάρια να τα σηκώσω εδώ στο κάρο μέσα. So you had so many presents of the same thing, the same κατσαρόλα, same κρίσταλο, same μαχαιροπύρουνα, same πετσέτες, same τραβισμάντελα. So the thing is, there's a Greek saying, μη φωνάζεις, έχω show. Μη φωνάζεις, γεια σου μεγάλα, γεια σου πρωτοχώρη, γεια σου κοζάνι. So what had happened, I noticed that we were getting all these presents, same presents, mixed masters and all that, and you know, there's a Greek saying, το δώρο δεν δωρίζεται. The present cannot be gifted or presented. But what do? Doesn't matter, a couple of years, we'll keep this, you know, we've got 3 or 4 of these, we'll keep that. It's cracked. Αυτό, σκατά, what's this? Τι είναι αυτό, made in China? So we used to take that. The funny thing is, we used to have things called name days back then. And parties. People used to actually party. People used to live. These days it's all changed. And all of a sudden, you'd get a present, thank you, and just βάφτιση στο παιδιό. Oh, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you so much. Τα ανοίξαμε όλα τα δώρα. It was the same one that we had given a couple of years back. It's called a Greek boomerang. Comes back. Τι κάνω, θα το δώσουμε πάλι. Το δίνουμε πάλι, a couple of years later, come back again. Well, now it can't come back because λέμε φάκελα. Φακελάκια. Φακελάκια, φακελάκια, φακελάκια. And in Greece too, we went to a Cretan wedding, 7,000 people. Because the Crete, oh yeah, if there's no presents in that, are you kidding? Fachelacha, and you got to put your name on it. Nothing under 200-300 euro, or else it's goodness. No, seriously, we used to love our presents. But that, of course, has all changed now. Τώρα έχουμε ούτε φακελάκια, τώρα έχουμε put in bank account here. Direct, what is it? Transfer. Πώς το λένε, Vivian? Vivian works for Amex. Εγώ είμαι σαν λίστα. I've got midnight. Now, we're going to play a little game. Oh, and before I do, speaking of Greek weddings, true, but I've made some extra ones. We went to a wedding during COVID. Yeah. Very small. Yeah. A Greek one. They had buñeras. But these buñeras, I don't know, the people may think they felt sorry for us. Σου λέει, τι θα κάνουμε τώρα, πάμε κουφέτα. Δεν πρέπει να το κουφέτα. Θα κάνουμε κρυσταλάκια, κρυσταλά. So, we ended up getting these buñeras. Another was a shortage, ρε παιδιά. Κουφέτο, έχει κουφέτο. Ένα κουφέτο. Πιάσ' το αγάπη μου. That's what I have στην κουνιέρα στο kitchen. And I had another size for, I think, white puddles. My God, what will they invent next? Pandemic, what is το διάλογο θα κάνουν invent? You know, I'll tell you something. My father passed away in 2015 and my beautiful father-in-law passed away in 2017. If they were alive now, can you imagine what they would have said about the pandemic? Οι μπλάροι κερατάδες φταίνε. It's so politically correct these days, you can't get sued. You know, παιδιά, I have a beautiful, beautiful patriotisa friend. Her name is Maria Svetsos. And Maria Svetsos in 2006, you know, we had the first Spiros Yearos show at Newtown RSL Club, and we had 700 people. We had a matinee show and an evening show. And Maria was one of the first to come, and she brought around how many kareklitzes. Put up your hand. Right, Jisu. We're going to play happy birthday to Maria. Maria is 21 minus the summers.
Maria, we get you up here. Come on.
Okay, what is the καλοκαίρια? Because you know what's Greece, what is the καλοκαίρια?
Tony's going to sing happy birthday like
Έλα
they did at the
εδώ, τώρα.
Horus.
Come here now. Now.
Like the Greek bands used to do it. I want you to be calm.
Okay.
Do it like the Greek bands. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Maria. It's her birthday. Is anyone else having a birthday tonight? Anyone else?
Monday.
Who? Who's on Monday?
Pipina,
Yeah, don't worry about
your
it.
mom, Pipina. That's Pipina. That was a nickname at school.
Ella. Ella. Come on. Any other birthdays? Come up.
Ella. Listen, tonight we have lots of presents to give away. Please, Elate.
Get him a bag of horse.
Oh yeah, where is it? Push the down over the stadium. This is called a horta show bag. Horta mazatsa.
You're going to get a bag of horta for your birthday.
Χρόνια πολλά. Hold on.
There's more horta for you. Okay. After three.
One a minute. Birthday, happy the birthday.
Wait, you're going to sing happy birthday
Yeah,
like
but
the
hold
Greek
on,
bands?
just pretend you're single.
Alright.
Με μια καλυτήση να είναι Έλληνα, σε Greek. Να είναι καλά παιδιά. Για τους συγγύβορους. 2, 3.
I told you he's got ADHD.
No, stop.
What?
Stop. I've got ADS, Attention Deficit Dysmorphia.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Maria Pipina. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, left hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Έλα εδώ εσύ, έλα εδώ, δεν θα αφήσεις εσύ έτσι. No way. Λέμε τώρα Χωζέ, τι στο διάλογο Σπανιόλι κύριε, no way Χωζέ. No way μωρέ, όχι Χωζέ. Έλα εδώ. Πάρε μια πετσέτα εσύ, πάρε μια πετσέτα, τι άλλο έχουμε, πάρε μια πετσέτα και πάρε μανταλάκια για να βάλεις τα σόβρακα στα βρακιά σου πάνω στο μήλο.
Alright, talking about sovraka.
Oh boy,
Tony.
Παναγία, Παναγία. Oh boy, πήγαμε, μην τα βγάλεις από πίσω μου, just put them in. So, we went to, okay, Vivian, where are the girls? Πού γυρίζουμε τώρα, πού είναι? Θεσσαλονίκη νομίζω. Laura left 7 years ago to go to Londino. She's a migrant. She έφυγε από την Αυστραλία. She did the opposite. She left. A lot of people want to keep the kids here. If my father was alive, my Pethero was alive. Πού τα αφήνεις τα παλιοπαιδεσίφτες, θα τα σκοτώσουν. Στο διάου μάνα. I said, hold on. I would have said, εσύ ήρθες στο διάου μάνα. Different. Τα πράγματα είναι τότε different. It's always different for the oldies. So we went. Marissa was working in Mykonos. I had never been to Mykonos before. Look. Είναι 2-3 πέτρες, 5-6 γδυμνές, κρέμονται όλα, αλλά για χατήρι του παιδιού μας, πήγαμε to spend 5 days με το παιδί μας. She was working, she took a day off, περάσαμε πάρα πολύ καλά. Μετά κάποιος λέει, ένας ντόπιος λέει, αφού ήρθατε εδώ, λέει, να πάτε λέει που είναι οι γδυμνιστές. The nudist. Να πάω να κάνω τι, να βλέπω το κόλο, τα βυζιά, με συγχωρείτε, τα βυζιά, τους κόλους, το νου. Αν ήθελα να δω αγελάδες θα πήγαινα στο Windsor. Με συγχωρείτε. All in good taste. So, πήγαμε. Sort of, ish. Δεν πήγαμε. I chickened out, έτσι, αγάπη μου γελά. I told the truth. I have a duty of disclosure. Do we have any solicitors here απόψε? Κερατάδες, μπλάρι, δικηγόροι. Νίκο, εδώ είσαι. Ο Νίκος όμως είναι, ο Νίκος πάει με το σταυρό στο χέρι. Εγώ πάω με το Ευαγγέλιο. Μπράβο, mate, we're ethical. I'm going to talk about Greek clients later too. So πήγαμε, and what did I notice? I noticed δεν φοράνε τίποτα. So we may as well have gone to a nudist beach. Εγώ θυμάμαι παλιά η μάνα μου που κρέμαγε τα βρατσιά της. Παλιά ο κόσμος γινότανε ωραία. Προφέσα, βλέπεις τέτοια? Γεια σου ρε γάμο, γεια σου. You know, it really... Λοιπόν, αυτό τι είναι, σημαία? My father used to have a scarecrow, στάχτρο, in the backyard. Now, αυτά είναι βρατσιά της προκοπής. Και οι άντρες φορούσανε boxer shorts. Αυτό είναι μεγαλύτερο από αυτό. Αυτά. Πας στη θάλασσα ρε γαμό και φοράνε τέτοια. Καλά, αυτό τι είναι? Αυτό ούτε για μαντίνι κάνει, πρέπει να φυσιχτεί μήπως. Τι είναι αυτό? Τι είναι αυτό? Για τη σκύλα μας, για τη Λούινα, τι είναι? This is a βρατσί, μα τι στο γέρο. Δεν πονάει ο κόλος του και αυτό που πάει στον κόλο του μέσα. And so many variations. Oh, this. My father, Some used to, η μάνα μου, she's a very religious person. Λέω, πατέρας μου, ανάθεμάστε, θα σε στείλω και εσένα, ναι, και τα σίλια σου στον αγύριστο. Αγύριστο means do not come back. And the next thing you know, they'll be having these on the beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Spiros Yearos. Alright, τώρα θα βάλουμε λίγα χορευτικά. We'll give Tony a bit of a break.
Where's the dance floor?
Όπου θέλετε, σηκωθείτε και χορεύετε. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back soon with John Xenos. Another big round of applause for Spiros Yearos. Πάμε με χορευτικά, σηκωθείτε, κάντε ό,τι θέλετε. Όπα! Άιντε! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a bit more comedy. I'll get everyone to be seated, please. for Generation X's. Let's go back to the Khurus when we were growing up. The only time our parents would dance romantically. Do you remember this song? You remember our parents? It was the only time they danced romantically. That's a bit weird. The other song they used to dance to at the Khoro, it was an Italian song. Do you remember? Oh, that's Gatti. Gatti. He wants to dance. Alright, are you ready for some more comedy? Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. John Yearos. Come on!
Alrighty, how are we guys? You alright? Shunta, what's going on up the back? What's going on? It's gonna be one of the first times I've come on after a song that was played by a live band, playing a song that was probably before I was born. What's interesting, Tony asked me to do this as one of the younger generation, which considering I'm 35 is pretty fucking impressive. I haven't done it with a live band. Yatere, how are we? He's actually my wife's gynecologist, true story. I can recommend his work. He does alterations as well, if you're wondering. I was watching him before on the piano and the fingering technique looked familiar. So it's just as she described it, actually. I love the guitarist with the sunnies. I love guitarists. I kept on looking for the guide dog, just to see what's going on. I love musos. Thank you. I love musos because they've got actual talent. We just get up here and talk shit into a microphone. So I always have respect for musos. Guys, I'm really happy to be here. Tony and I have been talking about this for a couple of years. So I was going through my notes, trying to figure out what I was going to do tonight. And I was finding notes from 2020, but fucking COVID and all the rest of it. So we've been talking about this for a while, and he called me up. Yanachi, Adrachi. Yanachimu, yes, Tony. Yanachimu, yes. I'm here, Tony, I'm here. Yanachimu, yes, it's me. Adrachi, yes. And I've got some horta. I've got some great horta from Clemson Park. And I've got, Tony, this is a phone call. I'm not here. But, oh man, it's great here. The old Alexander the Great Club, which is there. which has to be, I think, one of the most aggressively Greek names for a venue that I've ever heard of. Like, you might as well have called it Papoupitas Parthenon of Tsigara and Frappedes. And it would have been close. It could have been, you could have called it Costa's collection of Koboloya, Karekles and Karpuzia, and it would have been somewhere along the line. It could have been worse. I've got one more, because I just wanted to tell these ones. We can get Panayotis Palace of Pasticcio and Buta. No, I can't say that one. But extra points for the correct spelling of that word. By the way, that means naughty girl. It's good though, I love coming to a show, there's food, it's a very Greek thing, don't have it? We eat some food to keep you entertained. It was good, I walked outside, you knew it was still a Greek venue because it was a designated smoking table. And there was a line to get to it. So, and proper cigarettes too, like not vapes, like cigarettes. And like proper walks as well, we're talking about the ones that go by the Chinese cigarettes. With the fake tax stickers on them, because the other ones are too expensive now. We all know that one like Chinese tobacconist that can get us the cheap cigar, don't we? Oh man. Did you guys have a good lockdown? Did you have a good COVID? Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? God, didn't I feel like an idiot? 2 weeks before lockdown, I'll never forget this. 2 weeks before lockdown, it was Mardi Gras weekend, I was doing a show. And I was up there just saying, don't worry, it'll pass. It'll be nothing. It's Mardi Gras, there's worse diseases out there. And we didn't get locked up for anything out of that. I didn't know. I thought people lining up for toilet paper was funny. I didn't know we'd be getting them as bubunietas later on. Like, oh my god. Like, I had like. So who's got kids here? Make some. Who's got kids? Did you spend your lockdowns with your kids as well? Oh. I went into lockdown with. I've got two girls. This is how long we were in lockdown for 2 years. Like, people forget that 2 years, that's a long time. You know how long 2 years is? I went into lockdown with one baby and came out with two. I had one of those COVID babies. Yeah, that's what I get for working from home. But office romances aren't the same when it's your wife. You know what I mean? When you see it later on at the dinner table. It doesn't count as anonymous sex if you just wish you had it met. You know what I mean? Oh man. 2 years, it's just like, I spent lockdown as well, so I live in the Canterbury Bankstown area. How many people in the Canterbury Bankstown area? Yeah, that one. The one that kept on getting in trouble. How good were those conferences, huh? Just Gladys going, come on, please guys. Please, essential travel only. I know you want to see your family, please, essential. I'm taking my kids to their grandmother, that is essential. Okay? If I don't, you may not see them again. Oh my God. I love as well that Gladys tried to like use like her WOG credentials, right? Just tried to, I get it, I understand, like you haven't been WOG for 30 years. Like, oh man. I've got two beautiful girls. So I've got two beautiful girls, Calliope and Irini. Yay! Not Carly and Irene. Calliope and Irini. I haven't anglicised their names like a lot of people do. Yay! I've left it Calliope and Irini. I know it might be trendy sometimes, and they'll probably hate me later for it, for not having done it, but I don't care. Like if, you know what, I think, because I always hated my name. My name's John, it's boring. Right, just how many Johns, and it's the most common name in the English language. It also happens to be like another name for a toilet, someone who solicits prostitutes. It's not very like, yeah. I wanted something. It just never fit me. I just never felt like it fit me. Do you know what I mean? I never felt like a John. I felt like a Yanni. You know, I felt like I grew up as a teen in the 2000s, right? Which might depress some of you, but I did. I don't look it. So I said, I'm 35, and I look like I've lived a harder life, but I grew up as a teen in the 2000s, and that was when being a Greek teen in the 2000s meant a Greek phone case on your 3310. Remember those? The phones you could just throw at a wall. It meant undercut haircuts, and it meant talking like a Livaneso for some reason. I don't know, Greeks went through this stage and we just talk like Lebas all the time, you know. I But my parents used to hate it. My own parents called me a wog. That's how bad it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, they did. They called me, I always felt like a Yanni. I never felt like a John. Because the thing was, I'm named, my favourite thing about my name is I was named after my papu Yanni. Right? Like a lot of people, I was named after my papu Yanni. Right? Not my pop John. Not my grandpa John. My papu Yanni. That's what it was, my papu Yanni. I was Greek. Very Greek. Right? The only time I heard Yanni at home was when my mum was telling me off. You know what I mean? I was John. My mother, who's here by the way, but my mother is very well educated. She's got had a very successful career in banking. But the second I got in trouble, she got wogged real fast. Do you know what I mean? It was John. Yanni, like it would come out like that. You know? It would kill me. It would kill me. But it was like. I used to love it. My papu I love my papu. He was my favourite person in the world. He never really understood what I did. I'd show him the videos, show him comedy videos, and they'd see like people laughing. Like, why aren't people doing that in yours? I'm like, don't worry about that, but it's funny, right? And basically, I never felt like, I never felt like a John. I felt like a Yanni. But the weird thing was as well, I was what I'd call an undercover ethnic. Right, because you can't tell right now, but I had blonde hair and blue eyes. Right, I had a blonde curly afro, by the way, just so you know. I had blonde hair and blue eyes, just to scare the shit out of people when I started talking Greek. Right, especially the Greeks. By the way, you go to Greece and they try to rip you off. Sometimes you go into a shop, you hear them start gossiping to each other in Greek, and you respond. You know, it gets them. But I always felt like a Greek. Over here, I always felt like a Greek. I went to a private school, a very white private school. So I always felt very Greek. Very Greek. I always, did all of that. And then I went to Greece, and I never felt more Australian. Do you know what I mean? Like, you think you're Greek, you think over here I'm doing everything Greek, and you go over there, you go, nah, we don't stand a chance. And never was it more clear. Never was it more clear than when I went to go have cafe with my cousin. I hadn't seen him in 10 years. I went and had coffee with my cousin. We sat down in Athens, and that first, you always remember that first coffee when you go back to Athens, right? You know, you've been in Athens probably for a couple of hours. Your lungs hurt from the pollution and the cigarettes. Your adrenaline's up high. You've been run over 3 times. And I sit down. I thought I'm going to sit down. I'm going to talk to my cousin. I'm in Greece. I'm going to talk to my cousin in Greek. His language, my mother language, right? And so I said, I'm going to talk to him in Greek, and I got 2 sentences in, and he goes, Yanni, please, English. I don't speak monkey. They tell you, I don't speak monkey. I still haven't forgiven him for that. Oh man. It's hard. I think a lot of people in my generation, I don't know if you guys feel the same as well, but we're not Greek, we're not Australian, kind of in the middle, kind of transracial. I don't know can you say that in Marrickville? I'm not sure. But we're kind of in between. We're kind of in between. It's weird, man. But we're also at the stage now where, I'm going to use the word, but our wogs are doing some pretty cool stuff. Look at that, who's our Prime Minister right now? Yeah, an Italian, okay, he doesn't know carbonara from Calabrese, but, But his name ends in Ezi and he's got 8 rental properties, that's a wog. Alright? He owns 6 houses on the one street, that's a wog. Do you know what I mean? Bought 2 for his kids, that's what he does. Being Greek's different now though, it's different for us, for kids now, it's different.
I'm on soon, come out.
Tony, shut up. It's different though, it's different for Greeks now, because I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but we've kind of become white. Have you noticed this? We're now kind of covered in white. I don't know if you do ever feel that demographic stuff now, kind of European just becomes white. And I think for a lot of people that came here in the 60s and 70s, that's probably news to you guys. Do you know what I mean? It's like white was like the skippies. That was white. Do you know what I mean? Now it's like it's something different. Do you know what I mean? And really, it's the worst time to be white. Like they let us into the club at the worst time, didn't they? Like we lost the benefits, we lost all the good shit. Now they're just kind of like, you know what? I kind of think about when it happened, right? I kind of think about when it happened that we became white, and I think it's around the time that Kevin Rudd made the apology to the stolen generation, which is a good thing to have done. I'm not going to say that; it's a very good thing to have done. But the Aussies were feeling the heat that day. Like they had to confront their past. Like I don't know if you had to go through your old Facebook photos, like 10, 15 years ago. Like that's harrowing enough. You know, what was that haircut that I had? What was I wearing? These guys were looking back at a very bad past, and they were feeling alone, very sad. And I was in a taxi. Remember taxis? I was in a taxi, and the driver was Aussie. Strange. Like, do you remember Aussie taxi drivers? And he turns to me and he goes, and we were talking about it in the rate, it just happened, and he goes, mate, he goes, fuck, it's terrible what we did to the Abos. I go, we? My people didn't do anything. You guys did that shit. We were too busy taking your jobs. But they needed backup, and we're here to give them backup. Oh man, did anyone go to Greece this year? Yeah? I've got next year, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna try to lose a bit of weight first. I don't know. I'm gonna get the summer bod, and it's not gonna be ready for this summer. It's gonna be summer 2030. I'm not sure. It's a weird thing, man. Like, it's hard, man. Dieting used to be simple, right? It's be 4 words: eat less, move more. That was it. Right, now everything's got a name to it. Every diet's got a name. It's a fad. It's a something, right? We've got like lemon detox diet. We've got keto diet. We've got whatever else. What else throwing out there? I don't know, but there's a few out there. And my wife lately has got me onto this thing called the paleo diet. Do you know what the paleo? Have you guys heard of the paleo diet? Yeah. So the paleo diet, for those that haven't heard of it, the paleo diet is you eat the way the cavemen used to eat. You know, all natural, all that kind of stuff, because our bodies haven't changed that much. But what I didn't realise is that apparently the cavemen used to eat $27 muffins. My wife comes with this muffin. I go, how? She goes, it's a paleo muffin. I go, the cavemen didn't have. I said, muffins have flour in them. The cavemen. She goes, no, it's coconut flour. I said, because that was a thing. When the cavemen were around, coconuts were death rocks that would fall from trees and kill you. You want me to believe that these cavemen picked these death rocks up and cracked them open, ignored all the juicy flesh, scraped out the dry stuff inside, put it into a cake tin. Sorry, invented cake tins. Invented the oven to put them in and served them to some shithead wearing a top knot sitting on the world's first milk crate. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I think what I've actually done, I'm actually just going to go straight to the shakes. You guys have like the man shakes? You guys seen those? Yeah, we've all done a shake diet once or twice. That just basically means you've lost food privileges. You can't be trusted with food. Here's a protein shake. Okay? The rules are simple. 4 of these and nothing else. Sketo nero. Right, that's it. Nothing else. It's hard, man. Losing weight as a dad is hard. Like, portion control is a foreign concept to Greeks. Right? I grew up with my yaya a lot, and for her, dinner for me was 2 T-bones. Because I'm a growing boy, apparently. I can't keep on looking in the fridge. I am becoming the fridge. Like, that was my portion. I could call my yaya up from Hurstville Station. Right? I lived in Blakers, so Blakers to Hurstville was 15 minutes. By the time I got there, I forgot my keys. I'm coming to your house. 15 minutes later, I'm there. There's 2 T-bones under the grill, ready to go. This lady saved money for everything. She didn't spend money on anything, but the T-bone steaks, they were there on demand. Right? And it's hard. I'm a dad now. Like dad, if you're fathers here will know. If you're a father, you're just like a human garbage disposal for whatever your kids don't eat. And I've got 2 young girls, man. They don't eat shit. I don't even make my own food anymore. I just eat their leftovers. My wife tries to be good economical. She goes, we're going to cook a batch of dinners so that we've got some for the week, but she doesn't like eating leftovers, so it's me. And I'm like, okay, and then she goes, I'm going to go out. And she goes, I go, okay, what are we going to do for dinner? She goes, there's Monday's leftovers. She goes, that's right, we haven't opened them, you're fine. Or she'll say, I said they're leftovers. She goes, not that I would eat, but you're fine. This is the world that I'm trying to lose weight in. Oh man. It's hard. Who's married here, by the way? Make some noise again. Who's married? I've been married, so my wife and I have been married now for 9 years. Yeah, I'm up for long service leave next year. Can you imagine if that was a concept for relationships? How good would that be? 6 weeks off, do whatever you want. Just guys, before you get too excited, remember she gets 6 weeks off too, huh? Kind of changes the perspective a little bit, doesn't it? I think anyone who's really excited about that forgets what single life was actually like. Like, we all pretend that, like, especially the men, I'm going to say the men in the room, we tend to pretend that, like, our single life was just an avalanche of women. Like, just a flood of women. And it was more like a trickle. It is like we'd go out cruising for chicks a lot, but we'd go home alone. It wasn't that good. Right? It's hard, man. And the thing is that we always reminisce about our conquests. We all talk about our conquests, both of them. And we all have the same, guys, we all have the same too. Right? There was that girl that was just a little bit too insecure, but she was in the bar one night, and you kind of, that was it, and then there's the one you married. That's it. I'm hitting it a little bit close to home, but it's true. And the thing is, guys, like now, I'm going to take a stab here just looking around the room. I'm on the younger side of this room, okay? So, gentlemen, we are not equipped for the single world today. Okay, the single world today, it's not like we used to come to places like this and you go to a disco or a club or whatever it was, you'd find the hottest girl in the bar, ask to buy her a drink, she'd reject you, you'd go the next one down, and then the next one, and the next one, and that's how you found out what level you were at. Okay? That's what we did. Alright? But we earned those emotional calluses on our heart. Okay? The youth of today just don't do this is how they date. It's how they find girls in the first place. And you don't get emotional calluses from non-responses. Okay? You get RSI. Right? But we are not equipped for Tinder. We're not equipped for the Bumble, all these dating apps. You know, for starters, these apps are based on first impressions. That's clearly not going to be our strong suit. There's no photo of you that's less than 20 years old that's going to entice these girls, right? Unless she's got daddy issues or money troubles, the majority of us are up shit creek on Tinder, all right? The other thing is that if you have to hold your phone out this far to see it, you're too old for Tinder. Okay? If you need special glasses, you have to swap glasses. You're too old for Tinder. Oh, man. Tinder's not for us, it's fine. People do ask me, I mean, I know, again, in this room it might not be much of an achievement, but people do ask me. I've been married to my wife for 9 years, we've been together for 15 years this year, we've been together. And see the tepid response? Someone goes, you get less for murder. But people do, our friends like to ask me, because a lot of our friends are getting divorced and all the rest of it, and they go, yeah, how do you make it last? Like, what's the secret? You know, and you go, well, what is it? And I go, we're very clear in, gratitude, really. One person has to be more grateful than the other, right? To be quite simple, for a relationship to properly work, there has to be one ugly person in it, okay? To properly work, I'm not talking about hookups, for it to properly work, okay? Hot people hook up all the time, right? But it never lasts. There's too much self-esteem going on. They think they've got options, right? Ugly people don't have that problem. No. Some of you still don't believe me, right? For the pop culture friends, all right? Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie broken up. Jay-Z and Beyonce still together. Right? Barnaby Joyce has 2 families. Right? Something's got to work. Alright? Some of you might be looking at your partners now and wondering, who is it? In most situations, let me tell you, it's pretty obvious. Alright? You don't need to look at my wife to know that it's me. Alright? But if you're not sure, do what I did. I said to my wife, I said, Bub, what are the 3 best things about them? If a physical attribute isn't on that list, you're the ugly. Alright? Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, I'm generous, loving, and warm to cuddle with in bed. My sole redeeming physical attribute is my use as a hot water bottle in winter. Global warming's coming, I'm fucked. Oh man, just going through menopause, Jesus Christ. Oh man, you guys having a good night? Oh man. Guys, it's been an absolute blast. I'm going to get out of your hair. Make it up, give some noise for Tony one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Senos, come on. Well done. Alrighty. We're going to continue with a bit of comedy now. And then we got some Cretan music. Where's the Cretans? Michali's warming up, alright. Inetimos, Mandinades. Alright, Mr. Tony. Come on down. Come on up. Again, a big round of applause for John. John, I could see you were sweating here, mate. You alright? Alright?
Thanks, brother. Hey, sorry, vacuum. Is it on? I can't. That's like a bagoto, it's like an ice cream cone. I like to use my hands. As Greeks, we love to express ourselves. Now, I would love to say a big thank you to Mr. John Senos. We go back a long way because John Xenos' mum, Isachi, who is from Sparti, Spartiatisa. You better watch them, they're tough. They're very laconic. And my wife are best friends. They're kolo chevrachi, as we say in Greek. Who's the kolo and who's the vrachi? I don't know. You see, they say that, oh yeah, they're bum and undies. What do you mean bum and undies? Well, one's the bum, one's the undies. And I've known John since he was born. Thank you very much, Anthony. It's interesting that John has been talking about generations, you know, X, Y, Z. Many years ago, in our earliest shows, X, Y, Z. Now, we were from the X generation because X. Our kids are definitely from the Y generation because all they do is ask why. And their kids, our grandkids, are going to be from the X, Z generation. They're your Zoa, Z for Zoa. We've been, we've been married for, on the 17th of January, we'll have closed, or klisi closed, locked. They said lock, like locked jaw, we will have locked in 38 years married, my God, on the 17th of January, it was our Jordi, Doajua Donu. You know, we're going to talk about name days too. Now, the thing is, Tony talked about Greek horus dances, because a Greek dance, or the Greek dance, was the highlight of our social calendar. There was no social media back then, there was no social nothing zilch. My father loved playing cards. He was a gambler, not an addictive gambler. I mean, we didn't lose the house or anything, but he loved gambling. because he learned to gamble when he came to Australia. When my father came to Australia, he loved Cretan music and singing Cretan songs, Mandinavis. And he bought himself a mandolin when he was little, but his father, who my papu, he broke it. And he said, no, θα πας στα χωράφια να σκάβεις, να κάνεις, να διάχνεις. And when he was 26 years old, he came out to Australia. And he went to a house and all the men were playing cards. But Dad, back then, they had the blatches, you know, those little 45 LPs, and Dad was singing with the women. And because the men said, τι είσαι, γυναίκα, έλα εδώ πέρα, να παίξεις χαρτιά με τους άντρες. And that's how he learned how to gamble. And I hate gambling. I really do. And I spent my youth until I was 16 years old, Friday and Saturday nights, Harold Park and Wentworth Park, Trottes, Aloga, Greyhounds, Shia, you name it. But I hate gambling. And I think a lot of our generation don't like it either. And that's how I grew up. All my friends were going to the cinemas, to the movies. Where was I? At the race course. And the problem was, Dad couldn't speak English properly. And he used to swear, fucking F this and F that. One day, he got pulled over by a cop. He said, listen mate, you can't. Excuse me officer, I'll have to translate in Greek and then in English to you. Δεν πρέπει να βρίζεις. Με πες του να πάει να γαμηθεί. Να πάει στο διάλο. Είναι δικά μου τα λεφτά και θα κάνω εγώ τι θέλω. And Dad was a really tall black, 4'8". Είχε κάτι χειρούκλες να, ξύλο. Cop said, what did your father say? I said, he's sorry. What was I supposed to do? Technology, my God, technology. USB, CD, DVD, VD, εμείς αυτό είχαμε, μόνο VD. Αυτά είχαμε όλα τα άλλα iPods, tripods, yaourt pods. Εμείς είχαμε plasma TV, and Dad used to say, γαμώ το κέρατό σου για πλάσμα της κοινωνίας. We didn't have those things. Phones had cords, everything had a cord. And I was Dad's remote control. Σήκω να μου αλλάξεις. And we had 4, was it channel 2, channel 7, channel 10, and SBS, or channel O, or then SBS, Spiros Broadcasting Service. And the thing is, Dad loved watching the news on SBS. Αυτή λένε την αλήθεια. They tell the truth. Everyone else λένε μπουρδες. Rubbish. The telephone. A lot of people still have the landline. In Greece, they don't have landlines anymore because they have to pay tax. Όχι, κινητά τηλέφωνα, or mobiles, and some people have 2 and 3 mobile phones in Greece. But here in Australia, they're getting rid of landlines. Like my mother, ξέχασε το. Want to know she's alive. Μα! Μίλησε, απάντα. And she's got a message, bank, what do they call it, αυτά τα μπιχλιμπίδια. It sounds Lebanese, μπιχλιμπίδια. Right? And when you leave messages, and I leave messages on my πεθαράς phone, right? And she lives down the road. Μαμά, πεθαρά, σε πήρα τηλέφωνο, άφησα μήνυμα, λέει τι, because she's clinically deaf. She can't hear at all. And she didn't come tonight actually because θα έχεις πολύ θόρυβο, αφού δεν ακούς, τι θόρυβο. Sorry for being big boss enough. So, back in those days, we had a message μηχανή, what do they call them? Answering machine. Το έχω χάσει κιόλας. I'm 60 tomorrow, Παναγία, δέξτε. Blood pressure. Hey, ενώ είστε τεστ, πού είσαι, doc? Κάνεις κάτι καλό, να μου δώσεις να ηρεμήσω. Πού είναι, ο άντρας σου? Α, ναι. We got a lot of doctors here tonight. Μπράβο. Άμα πάθουμε και τίποτα. Δεν πειράζει, εγώ ο πατέρας μου ήταν ο γιατρός του σπιτιού, bedtime. Dad used to το bedtime. And Greek sticky type, bedtime. Τι να κολλήσω, το bedtime. And Dad used to use enopneva. What's enopneva in English? Methylated spirit was like hydraulic acid. Πόσο διάλε! Έκαψες! Σκάσε ανάθεμάσαι! Σκάσε ανάθεμάσαι! That's all I heard. And when Dad used to swear in Crete, διάλεξα πολύ μάνα σου μέσα, διάολη τα αυτιά σου. Θα σε στείλω στους 1000 διάολους. So everything was στο διάολο, 1000 διάολοι. Ο κερατάς, same thing. And of course the μπαμπούλα. Big μπαμπούλα, άμα τη φας, θα σου φάει μπαμπούλα, σαν μπαμπούλα. Fucking Sasquatch. Μπαμπούλας. You can't tell your kids θα σε φάει μπαμπούλας. They'll sue you for nervous shock, dogs. Lifeline, hey, μια φορά, she was what, Laura was 15, 16. Της είπα, δεν φώναξα τίποτα, because I used to μαθάει Παναγιά στον Χριστό σου, τι σε λέει. Αγάπη μου, γιατί κάνεις αυτό? I'm gonna ring Lifeline. Talk to me Lifeline. Μα τι σου είπα? Dad, σε big person, ας το παιδίσει εγώ. Εσύ ήσουν κεφαλονιά. Το role model, γαμώ το χωριό σου, γαμώ το βαπτισμά σου. Δεν σταματάει. You all want you to be locked up, don't they? Συγγνώμη. Με τις βρυσιές σου. Ναι, μην κάνουμε αυτά έτσι. Μου λέει η κόρη μου, λέει, εγώ θέλω να χορέψω. Και κάνω έτσι. That's just me, you know, the great thing. Και τώρα βλέπεις στη Μύκονος που είμαστε, όλοι ρίζουν. They just walk, τι κάνετε? Και πατάνε κρασί. Κρασί πατάνε. Look, I don't blame them because when you've got 5 million people, πώς το διάλογο χορέψεις? So we tell them about the time, αυτή που ήθελα να κάνει pick-up, δηλαδή pick-up να με σηκώσει, τέλος πάντων. So, we've got the telephone, the answering machine. So, συγγνώμη παιδιά. So I've collected lots and lots of telephone messages, παιδιά. Most of the time it's about food and I fuss. Εφάγες. I went visiting the other day and you know, people exchange pleasantries. Γεια σου, τι κάνεις, καλησπέρα, καλημέρα, or whatever. Right? Όλες με λένε, πάχινες! With so much joy. Πάχινες! You're fat! You've gone fat! Yes, my mother does it. Πάχινες! Αχ, παιδί μου, πάχινες! Η πεθαρά μου, έχεις ακόμα να βάλεις εσύ κιλά. I got to 108 kilos. Θυμάσαι, φάει. Ο πεθερός μου λέει ότι έχει κατσαρόλα θα φας. Αν δεν θέλεις θα πεινάσεις. Remember? Τι τραβήξαμε στο ίντερνετ. Okay. Telephone messages. There's so much. Look, I want to thank as well Mega ALEXANDROS, the Συμβούλιο of Mega ALEXANDROS. They've been fantastic and they've really helped out. They've been very generous. So a big round of applause to the Alexander the Great Brotherhood of Sydney, New South Wales. And of course, Paris Seafood Cafe, στο Κουρνάλα opposite το Στέσιο. Paris, you order food for 4 people, he gives you enough for 44. That's how generous he is. So, Maestro, can you please play some telephone messages? And these are real. And let's enjoy them. Technology is good, eh? Yeah. Βέβαια, πάτε να κουμπείτε, δεν βλέπετε στραγιά το πετάξουμε.
Τηλεφώνησα να έρθεις και εσύ παιδί να φας το έχω μπούτι στο φούρνο.
Μπούτι,
bye.
Ρε Αντώνη, όταν πάρεις το μήνυμά μου, έχει χόρτα από τα χτες ώρα, ρε.
Χόρτα! Πεθερός! Χόρτα!
Είναι φρέσκα, είναι αυτές τώρα και σκορδαλιά, άμα θες τη σκορδαλιά.
Σκορδαλιά του,
Οκ, άμα θες πάρε με τηλέφωνο. Γεια χαρά.
Θεός συγχωρές τον
Έλα Αντώνη, είμαι η μαμά σου. Άντε, έψα πιζέρια, κοτούρα να αρχίσει να πάρει. Άντε, γεια.
Γεια σας, αγάπη, έφτασα.
Aquí no se cagaste, άκουσα κάνω μπιφτέκια στο φούρνο με πατάτες, να περάσει
Μπιφτέκια με πατάτες.
Ρώτησε και τα παιδιά, αν θέλουν να πάνε παραπάνω, να έρθουν ή να αρχίσει να περάσει να πάρεις εσύ. Εντάξει, πάρε τηλέφωνο. Γεια, bye.
Bye.
Τόνι, είμαι η μαμά σου. Άμα θες παιδί μου σνίτσο και να είσαι πατάτα, λεβάνεις να σου φέρω.
Έφτασα, θα με γράψει η αστυνομία, θέλω κιλόγραμμες,
Αντώνη, είμαι ο Πεθέρος. Πες στα παιδιά, αν θέλουν να φάνε φασολάκια φρέσκα έχουμε. Ήρθε τα εσύ ή έχουμε και τα τον εγώ. Πάρε με τηλέφωνο τα είναι.
Τάρα, γεια.
Τόνι, άμ η ομάδα. Τηλεφωνάτε να δω τι κάνετε. Bye.
Bye, I'm alive, Zo, I'm alive.
Ρε Αντώνη, πώς πάει το κουράγιο.
Καλά. Έχω πάρει την κόρη σου.
Τον εγώ είμαι. Πήρα τηλέφωνο εδώ να μου πει τι ώρα θα ρίξω τα μακαρόνια.
Μακαρόνια, γίναμε να!
Αντώνη, πού είσαι? Μου πες να τις πεις όλη τη μέρα για να έρθω να στη δώσω στα ρούχα. Έτσι και να σου κάνω. Άμα έχεις πάρει με τηλέφωνο, αν είναι νωρίς, αν δεν είναι νωρίς, με πλάτ.
Όταν το πάρεις, πάρε με τηλέφωνο, να δεις τα παιδιά να πάνε. Και φαγητό να ετοιμάζουμε. Άντε, γεια.
Το πίχι μου γίνει. Hey, μπήκες το αυτί που μέσα.
Πήρα τηλέφωνο, δεν είσαι στο σπίτι, δεν πειράζει. Άμα θέλεις ρώτηση η Μαρίτσα αυτή να φτιάξω κάτι για το βράδυ και να έρθει να φάει.
Okay.
Right, πάρε με τηλέφωνο.
Alright.
Okay, γεια.
Okay, yeah, bye.
Γεια σας, πού είσαστε? Έχω πάρει 4 φορές τηλέφωνο και δεν το σηκώνετε. Είσαστε καλά? Άμα πάτε μέσα μου, πάρε με τηλέφωνο. Ωραία, γεια.
Το πάνω το κάναμε 4.
Τηλεφωνήσαμε την μάνα του να θέλει να πάρει λιγάκι χοιρινό άμα νομίζει με τις πατάτες.
Πατάτες. Γεια σου, μα, εκεί που είσαι.
Ναι, τελείωσε μόνο το.
That ain't close. Στο σπάσω όλο.
Αντώνη, είμαι η μαμά σου. Άμα θες παιδί μου, έλα να πάρεις λίγο χοιρινό. Θέλεις από το φόρο.
But my father rang before. But it's Shirino. Twice. Just to make sure. Pig. Shirino.
Darling, switch off that stupid bloody thing at your door. It's stupid. Seriously, darling, can you please close all the windows upstairs?
She just told me
It's
off.
raining.
That's
Shout
Vivian.
out and don't even think about sending this message.
Γελάς, τώρα γελάς.
One wish that I could make and have my family do is on the odd occasion answer the freaking phone. Melissa, I'm on my way to pick you up to take you to soccer and we're picking up Angelique. Please get ready. I have your soccer ball. I'm on my way home now. Goodbye.
Yeah. That's 100 years ago, eh? That was in...
Γεια σου Λόρα μου, καλημέρα. Thank you για το τηλεφώνημα που μου έκανες. Περιμένω να με πάρεις τηλέφωνο. Βράζω φασολάδα σήμερα, εάν σου αρέσει φυσικά. Γιατί είσαστε μαθημένοι από χάδια και όξτες και what else. Λόφστα. Εμείς δεν τα ξέρουμε αυτά τα πράγματα. Εάν έχετε την ευχαριστήση, περάστε να φάτε φασολάδα. Εντάξει, περιμένω τηλεφώνημα. Γεια σου.
Εγώ τώρα τι να πω. Τι να πω να πάρω τηλέφωνο την ώρα. I can't even get it the best of times. Αγάπη μου, έλα από το Λονδίνο εδώ στο City να φας φασολάδα. Dad, είσαι καλά. Times have changed. Yeah. We were the Grubers, remember? The Grubers. Gruber, Greek Uber. Gladys Berejiklian, she was a transport minister. She signed off on the cabs. Yeah. Πάει το ταξί, πάνε όλα, eh? You know, life was really different in 2019 BC, before COVID. Before COVID, BC, before COVID, everything's before COVID. Everything is before COVID. Times, we're slowly getting there, almost there. And, you know, it will be a more brighter world with, I think, a bit less technology. In fact, cassettes are coming back. Cassettes are coming back. When we purchased our first brand new car, it was a Nissan Pulsar, and it came then with a CD. And I said to the guy at the Madra, at the car, Madra. I said, "Do me a favour, I don't want a CD, can you put a cassette player in?" It was crazy, looked at the looks. Excuse me, I want a cassette player, because all my Cretan music was cassettes. Cretan and cassettes are coming back. Like the big LPs, everything's coming back. You know, όπως οι κόροι μας. Dad, can you take me? I want to buy vintage clothes. Λέω, τι, παλιά, vintage. No, it's vintage. Vintage costs more than brand new. Vintage. Λέει η μάνα μου, λέει, τι λέει η Λόρα. Λέω, δεν λέει, μεταχειρισμένα ρούχα. Λέει, τι είμαστε χίφτοι. Όχι, λέω, είναι vintage, είναι ασυνήθιστο. Ασυνήθιστο είναι το μυαλό σου και το δικό της. We always used to cop it. They used to get sick as if this. Που το παιδί σου αρρώστησε. Εσύ το αρρώστησες, εγώ τι έκανα. Εγώ φταίω που κάνει 0 από 28 και κάνει τόσο κρύο σαν την Αλάσκα και φοράει ένα μπλουζάκι τόσο. Λέει, εσύ είσαι υπεύθυνος. Because my father, he was the opposite, he was smart. Oh yeah, 40-degree heat waves, 3 μπλούζες φορούσε. Μου λέει, δεν ξέρεις καμιά φορά ο καιρός εδώ πέρα αλλάζει απότομα στα φρένα. Tony talked about Greek chorus, and remember those long bottlenecks. A lot of you may not remember, but they used to drink beer or beer from those long bottlenecks. And then they used to drive home smashed. And we used to fall asleep, one on top of each other like sardenes, like sardines. And our mothers were sort of trying to, you know, stay awake and they couldn't. And our fathers were dancing off us, jumping up and down, mandilla, etc. Right? These days, you have to have a designated driver. Not in Crete. In Crete in 2015, we went with Montage Video Productions. Thank you very much, Mr. John Filipacci, who's done a fantastic job and continues to do so. And John from Montage Video Productions, Montage, M-O-N-T. T. Is it J?
J.
T-A-J. Video Productions. We went with John in 2015 and we went to Crete for 2 weeks in February. And we filmed a serious / comedy documentary called Meet and Greet and Eat in Crete. And it was Καθαρή Δευτέρα in February, and you're not supposed to have any meat, red meat, only tsari. Καθαρή Δευτέρα, clean Monday. Now these guys, they had butchered τα αρνί, τι ήταν αυτό άλλο, ήταν τόσο μεγάλο. Κρέας το. Εκεί πήραμε εμείς τσικουδιά, λέω, no, θέλω νερό, λέει, τι, and you've got to be careful because I was lucky to leave alive. They didn't get offended in Crete. Τι είναι αυτό, μόνο τα φυτά πίνουν νερό. Only the plants drink water. So I had a bit of τσικουδιά, and θέλω μόνο μία. And then, yeah, but their version of mono mia. Luckily I had some Panadols with me. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning. Και φύγαμε. Με το μπάρμπα, he was about 85,000 years old. Ήταν ισουρωμένος, σαν τη σταφίδα, was like a sultana. Και πηγαίναμε 5 χιλιόμετρα, θυμάσαι Γιάννη, σιγά, like this. It took him about 3 hours to get down from the mountain. Απόψε να σκοτωθούμε, that's it. And I haven't even got a will. I still don't have one, I'm very superstitious, but anyway. But that was Crete, and technology, and I mean, we think about it because it does. Technology and social media rules our lives. The technology, you know, again, as I said before, our children, you know, πάνε στο μέρος, and they come out 1.5 to 2 hours later, με τι στο διάλογο έχουν σκύλια. I mean, I've got this σκύλια too, thank God I take Movicol. Μου έχει σώσει τη ζωή μου. Να είναι καλά. ο Professors ο Anil Kesava from he's at Macquarie University Hospital, your colleague. Ο άνθρωπος είναι Άγιος γιατρός θα τον έβγαλε. Μέσωσε. I used to have about 13, 14, 15 colonoscopies. Μου λένε μα τι στον διάλογο, τόσο πολύ σου αρέσει και πας και κάνεις colonoscopy. No, πρέπει να το κάνω γιατί έχω και πολύποδες polyps. My mother had polyps, I've got polyps and the girls, ξέρω εγώ τι, οι καημένες, but we've inherited that thing from our ancestors. Yeah, and you know the reason why they call it Movicol, I mean Greeks, we invented science, we invented medicine, we invented everything. Everything in this whole world except hot dogs. Ζεστάς τσιλιάου, τότε θα μου πει hot dogs as well. Movicol, they call it Movicol because it means move your colon, it moves. The word colon, that's the Greek word, colon. Movicol. Δεν έχω την πεθερά μου, θα χρηστέψεις τα άντρά σου. Θα γίνω τόσο τεμπέλικα που θα μου χέσεις 7-8 ώρες τη μέρα. 7 ώρες την εβδομάδα. Με συγχωρείτε, δεν κάθεσαι. You can't sue me. Με συγχωρείτε. Yeah, Movicol, I love Movicol. Yeah, we can talk about so many things to make us laugh. Observational comedy. I mean, sometimes when comedy, look, the word therapy, therapia, it's a Greek word. Everything's Greek. It's therapy. Comedy's therapy. When you do what I do, and you practice law, and I'm still practicing, and I'll always be practicing, because according to your Greek clients, δεν ξέρεις τίποτα από τα ξένα. Εσύ μπορεί να έχεις στοιχεία, αλλά εγώ όλα τα ξέρω. Μας κλέβετε, μας παίρνετε ένα σωρό λεφτά. Bloody δικηγόροι, what the hell am I doing with it? I should have had a Naginara farm, I'd make more money. Growing Naginaras. Yeah, all right, let's talk about Greek clients, but yeah. It's really challenging when you have a legal practice and 99.9999999% of your clients are Greek over the age of 80. Over the age of 80. No computers, no emails. No mobile phones. I do a lot of home visits. 9 out of 10 home visits. Έλα σπίτι. Phone calls. Τόνι, έλα σπίτι μου ήρθε ένα γράμμα. I'm starting to sweat now, eh? I can see it coming. Opa, here we go. Να τους πεις, διάβασέ το. Θα σε στείλουν στο διάλογο. Πού μένεις θείο, στο Πέρεθ? Πού, στο Πένρεθ? Εγώ μένω στο Κέμπτεν Πάρκο. Καλά, συγγνώμη, δεν έχεις παιδιά? Έχουμε, αλλά είναι πολύ busy. Τα παιδιά είναι busy. Εγώ τι το κάνω, το παίζω όλη μέρα? Το κολόι. No, we're sworn. We are officers. Hey, Nico, where is he? Do I have any colleagues here tonight? Βάλ το χέρι σου πάνω, μεγάλε. Workers' compensation personal injury number 1 to the best. It's called ethics. We are officers of the court. We have to show restraint and we have to look after our interests of our clients. Even though they may get upset, even though they don't want to pay us at the best of times, doesn't matter. Και λέω τώρα, I'm gonna... Λέει, έχει το M5. Λέει, για το M5, ξέρεις το M5. You get in the car, yes, έχω πάει πολλές φορές. Καλά, petrol, as soon as petrol hits $2 κайκα, αυτή είναι πάνε σε όλα τα χάσουν το σπίτι. You get out there, right? Knock on the door, κανένας δεν είναι εδώ. You go to the neighbor, excuse me, and your neighbor says, oh no, they went shopping. Τι θα κάνω τώρα, θα τρελαθώ, I'm gonna get crazy. Δεν πειράζει, δεν βαριέσαι, χαλάλι τους. It's Turkish for, what does halali mean? Halali. Halal, no, halali. So, you know, and you're taking will instructions and you've got to take rigorous file notes and practice some procedure and you've got to assess them for capacity and basically ask them lots and lots of questions, especially when you're taking instructions for a will. And it's difficult sometimes to explain capacity in legal terms, and you have to basically say it. For example, καταλαβαίνετε τι σας λέω. Τρελός δεν είμαι. Δεν λέω πως είσαι τρελός. Ρωτάω, καταλαβαίνεις? Λέει ναι. First base, we got a second base now. Πόσα παιδιά έχετε? Λέει 2. Αγαπημένα, αγαπημένα. Αλλά να πάνε στο διάλογο οι νύφες. I can see it coming, family provision claim. Εγώ θα φέρω τον πελά μου, they're gonna sue me, the kids. Λοιπόν, τι θα δώσετε στα παιδιά σας? Θα δώσουμε 75% στο ένα παιδί και τα άλλα 25% στο... Μα γιατί? Λέω, είναι φε ή δεν είναι φε? Λέει, κοίταξε, λέει, αυτή η σιχαμένη, η σνίφη, δεν θέλω, λέει, να... Μα άσε την νύφη, the kids. And they keep on changing because I had a client once, 20 times, about 20 times had to change your will. Και θες να μου πάρεις κι άλλα λεφτά, εγώ τι... So, the classic ones are, σήμερα η νύφη είναι πατσάβρα, στρίγλα, next week με τηλέφωνο, όχι, τα φτιάξαμε τώρα, έλα, φέλα. And when it comes time for payment, πρέπει να πληρωθώ, έχω μπίλια, έχω βασίλειδες bills, βασίλειδες to pay. Έλα ρε, εσείς είσαστε δικηγόρες, να έχω λεφτά. Λέω, με βλέπεις να έχω λεφτά, δεν μου αρέσει, μα πες πατελώνει. Όχι, τέτοια. Έλα ρε Αντώνη, είμαστε συνταξιούς, είμαστε πέτσινες. Έλα ρε, κάμας να μου το κάνεις half price. Όχι, φακελάκι, να, φακελάκια. Να, I collect GST, Greek sales tax. Όχι παιδιά, θεία, you try and reason with them. Δηλαδή, πώς θα κάνω εγώ, τι θα κάνω, θα πάω στο council, τους πω, please, give me half price, γιατί είμαστε Έλληνες. Counter rates, water rates, doesn't work like that. They'll try every single trick under the sun. Not everyone, but a few. And no, πόσα σπίτια έχεις? 3. Έχεις λεφτά πολλά. Πληρώνω πολύ rent tax, εγώ έχω ένα. No, look, some of them are quite unique in their logic or reasoning because they've come from Greece initially. When I get phone calls, Tony, έχω ένα χωράφι με 3 γαϊδούρια πάνω, 17 στρέμματα, έχω προβλήματα με τα αδέρφια μου, stop. Λέω, θέλετε Greek δικηγόρο. We have quite a few now in Sydney, thank God for that. Σώθηκα. Yeah, and it's really difficult, but you try and help them to the best of your ability, because most of my areas now are in estate planning and elder abuse and financial abuse, and yeah, it can be very traumatic, trauma, Greek word, trauma, traumatic. All the worst words in the world, catastrophe. Chaos. We invented the worst concepts. The worst concepts. Θα σας τα διαβάσω τώρα ύστερα. It's just, Greece is everywhere. Everyone speaks Greek. And you know, us Greeks were really unique because we're the only culture in the whole wide world where Yasu means hi and Yasu means goodbye. One word for two things. Hi and goodbye, and they both rhyme. Yasu ke Yasu. No one has that. We have it. Yasu ke Yasu. We should never ever forget our language. It's the most beautiful language on earth. It's actually a civilized. It's a very sophisticated language. They say that η γλώσσα λέει, η ρομαντική γλώσσα λέει, η γλώσσα της γνώσης είναι η γαλλική. Τι γλώσσα είναι αυτή? In Greece is, όχι, je t'aime, μπουρδες, σ' αγαπάω. You say it, it's got αγαπάω. You're lifting the person up in the ear, σ' αγαπάω. That's, our language is just, and you know, thank God I can speak Greek, and I do use it in interpreter, and she said tonight, thanks, αγάπη μου. She's certified #1 to the best, 100%. But our language is beautiful, and that's why I love bilingual language. And a lot of people, like our kids, don't understand the concepts. But that's where you have the punchlines. So we don't lose our Greekness. So we will always remember our parents and the way that we were brought up. Of course, times have changed, completely different. Let me just highlight to you how the Greek language for me works in a comedic sense. So I'll say knock knock, and all you say, who's there, vre? And I say the first syllable, and then you'll say something, who, and then I say it. So, knock knock. Bum. Bum yes for breakfast. That's how we play with the words. That's how we play. Knock knock. Cock. Cockino fustani. Πάει το μυαλό σας. Where's your brain go? And, you know, it's just, you know, growing up, I wanted to become a comedian. And my father said, όχι, δεν θα γίνεις κλάουν. Να γελάει ο κόσμος, μπαμπά, ο κόσμος πρέπει να γελάει. Όχι ο γιος μου, θα πας στο Ιούνι, θα γίνεις γιατρός ή δικηγόρος. I felt maths. I had no chance of studying. Με ξέχασέ το. Και να το έκανα study, θα σκότωνα κόσμο. Did my history degree with my wife. I went back. Κάναμε το law σε 7.5 years. Ναι, δουλεύουμε στα δικαστήρια. Τα βράδια πηγαίναμε στο Ιούνι. Με τη μία εδώ στο χέρι και την άλλη τότε γράφαμε. We didn't have computers. Εγώ έγραφα τα essays. Λέει γυναίκα μου πάρτε δεν μπορώ. Because you know when you're giving birth, it's hard. I understand it. It is. Look, it's a challenging. Look, it's very challenging. I take my hat off. Can you imagine if they invent άντρες that could have moral? Θα γινώσουν πιο πλούσιους από το Τραμπ. Can you imagine? Εμείς να είχαμε μωρό στην κοιλιά μας. I heard John say menopause. Menopause is men pause. Stop. Men pause. Parramatta, we all know that Parramatta is a suburb in Sydney's west. Parramatta. So what do you call a Greek mother living in Parramatta? A paramana. I love word plays. I love using Greek for comic effect. What do you call a Greek window in Parramatta? Para-hero. What do you call a foreigner? A foreigner living in a paraxeno. Using Greek is really fun, and this is what I'm trying to teach our kids. Και μετά σου λένε, όχι πρέπει να ξέρεις λέει πολλές γλώσσες, γερμανικά, ιαπωνέζικα, τώρα άμα μάθεις κινέζικα, you get a job anyway, no word. No, look, don't lose your Greekness and don't use your Greek language. Let me tell you some true stories. Growing up, our Papu Petro, we used to call him Papu Petro. Papu Petro came out to Australia in 1963, and let me show you, I was baptized, christened in 1963, and I've kept my... Don't you? Και το κουκούλι, πρέπει να κουκούλι, θα γενέσκαμα, θυμάσαι. And I got christened in January, 150 πυρετό από τον υδρότα. January in Australia, summer. Το παιδί θα κρυώσει. Το παιδί θα πεθάνει. Παπάδες εσμά, σου λέει κολυμπήθρα ό,τι πρέπει, να δροσιστώ. Πάτερ, άφησε μέσα, θέλω να βγω. And Papu Petro, he came out to Australia, he left Jaja in Crete, and ήταν οικονόμος and he used to work at a lumberyard, and he also used to cut our hair with a manual, what do you call it, clippers. And I used to go to school, right, with a kefali, with blood running down, με vaccination, ακαπρόβατο. And one day at school, at Croydon Primary School, they gave me a little peristeri. What is it? Pigeon. Peristeri. A white peristeri in a shoebox. And I brought it home. Olo harana, the best to hide this and that. I went to school the next day. I came back and I saw pupula. What's pupula in feathers. Pupula, poop, pupula, poop, pupula, pupula on the floor. Mama, diasine. Lei sorry lei papus lei tos faxema. Shock, trauma, I'm traumatized. From 9 years old. Trauma. We went to a wedding many years ago with a valiant Metostanyon because Greeks have a problem with distance. When I met my wife, πάω σπίτι λέω, ήμουνα 21, Vivian was 19, I was 21. Λέω παπά, μαμά, λέω γνώρισα μια πολύ όμορφη κοπέλα. Λέει, σε θέλει. Of course με θέλει. Την αγαπάω. Το ξέρεις εσύ από αγάπη. Λέω εσύ σουνα. Εσύ όταν γνώρισες. The χωριανοί from the same village. Εσύ γνώρισες τη μαμά όταν ήταν 15 χρονών. Και εσύ ήσουν 26. Άλλα χρόνια αυτά. Different. Λέει που μένει. Λέει στο Newtown. Πού σου στο διάολο τι βάλαμε. We lived in Croydon. Google it. Google it. How far is Croydon to Newtown? Έλα, Google it. Πόσα χιλιόμετρα? 9 kilometers. It's like I met someone who lived on the moon. Stood out, δεν μπορούσες να γνωρίσεις μια πιο κοντά. True story, αγάπη μου. True, you know it. Anyway, we got a wedding invitation years ago. Πού είναι ο γάμος? Στο Liverpool. Πού στο διάλογο, στο διάλογο. And there was no M4, M5 back in those days. Καλά, πώς στο διάλογο διαλέξαμε να κάνει το πάρτι εκεί. Θα πρέπει να ξεσηκωθούμε από το Croydon να πάμε στο διάλογο τη μάνα. To the devil's mother's place is really far. It's a billion light years away. It's in another universe. Στο διάολο τη μάνα. Because ο διάολος έχει μάνα. It's not στο διάολο του πατέρα. Because ο διάολος είναι ορφανός. He doesn't have a father. Στο διάολο τη μάνα. Όχι στο διάολο του κουμπάρου. Τη μάνα. Πήγαμε. I kid you not. My sister was there, Leah. I kid you not. I'll never forget it, Louis. That's her nickname, Louis. And that guy got up. Oh, Marika, Chico. I do that to my wife. Chico. Θα ξεσηκωθεί. Από 6 ουράντα. Μαρίκα, Chico. Αντρέα, τι έπαθες? Ξέχασε να ποτίσει τις ντομάτες. It was summer. Ξέχασε να ποτίσει. He forgot to water the tomatoes. We went back. And he was in a hurry to get back. And I said, use the volume. And τον έβλεπες με το φακό. With a torch. Φακό, torch. We don't do that these days. I mean, a lot of us don't even have chipples. You know? They were so different times, but I talk about them because they're funny. They're true. They're true stories. Dogs. Let me talk to you about dogs. A dog is a dog. It's a pet. And so is a cat. A Greek dog is completely different. Greek dogs are like humans. They're fluffy humans. They are so spoiled. They eat. Our dog eats before we eat. She eats my food and I eat her dog food. She's so smart. Sule. What do you mean? Stupid. And they look. They eat macaroni, pasta, whatever. They don't want to eat dog food. So I'm the master. They're Greek dogs. Greek dogs are very, very smart and they're so spoiled. Και μόλις τώρα που θα πάμε σπίτι, χοροπηδάει. Like she dance jumps, χοροπηδάει. 2 meters and she licks me. Με γλύφει. Όταν έρχομαι σπίτι, εσύ πηδάς και με γλύφεις αμέσως. I'm sorry, came out wrong. Νίκο, θα με κάνει σου. Λέει η πεθαρά μου, λέει, μην το φυλάς στο σκυλί, μην το χαϊδεύεις στο σκυλί. Έχει μόνο 3, what the other thing the dogs have. Ψήρες, μπούρδες, humans have ψήρες, not dogs. 1,000 εμβόλια, every month εμβόλια, χάπια, this and that, the best dog food. Κακό το πράγμα αυτό. Ψήρες και μπούρδες. My father used to have a dog too, το χωριό. He used to tie it up, the poor thing on a chain. Yeah, that's inhuman. It's against the Cruelty to Animals Act. New South Wales, we have an act, we have a law. You can't abuse your pet, no? Κατάλαβες. Very different. Well, no. The pet can abuse you, that's fine, but not the pet. The Greek blame game. We love blaming others except ourselves. Εσύ φταίς, αυτός φταίει, αυτή φταίει, όλοι φταίνε. Εγώ δεν φταίω. No, εγώ. It's the blame game. They want to blame everyone but themselves. Why don't we take responsibility for our own actions and for our own misdeeds and what we say and we do in life? We always blame the other person. The Greek Inquisition, you thought the Spanish Inquisition was bad. Think again. That was a picnic. The Greek Inquisition. Πού θα πας, πώς θα πας, πότε θα πας, τι θα φας, με ποιον θα πας, πότε θα έρθεις σπίτι, τι θα κάνεις που θα πας. Τι θα κάνεις, what are you going to do when you're going to go out? Θα χορέψω, τι θα κάνω. You're supposed to go and have a good time. The Greek Inquisition. Πώς, πού, ναι, πα. And by the time you'd go through, it was too late to leave. Τι έχεις, είμαι κουρασμένος, θα πάω. We had COVID. What's worse than COVID? I'll tell you what's worse than COVID. Γρίνια, μουρμούρα. Γρίνια, μόνο μουρμούρας, μούρα. Δεν μπορώ, δεν μου αρέσει αυτό, δεν μου αρέσει εκείνο. Τι κάνω, ένα καλημέρα στην πεθαρά, πώς πας, πεθαίνω. Δεν μπορώ, η μάνα μου, πώς πας, άσε με ήσυχο, δεν είμαι καλά. Μαμά, μου το λες 60 χρόνια, δεν είμαι καλά. Πες κάτι καλό, πώς είσαι, ναι, είμαι καλά. We went on a cruise and I thought about my mother and my mother-in-law on our cruise this year. You go on a cruise, look, they're good, they're nice, everything's included. We went with our beautiful friends and we go every year with Vivian's call ovrachi, I don't know which one's which. Sort it out, come and tell me one day. Και βλέπεις τους Εγγλέζους, they're 80, 85, 90 years old. Τα έχουν βγάλει όλα. Κολυμπάνε, πίνουνε, κάνε, καπνίζει, και λέω στον εαυτό μου, λέω, can you imagine my mother, my πεθερά, being on a cruise with a bikini, with a τσιγαράκι, in a casino playing, wishful thinking. Τους βλέπεις αυτούς and they have such a great time. When Dad had a triple bypass. Triple bypass. Ήταν 68 χρόνων, 68 years old. Στο RPI. And we went and he had it and he had this little pillow. Where did I put the pillow here? Doc squat, έτσι να κάνω. Αχ, δεν μπορώ, πεθαίνω, δεν μπορώ. Τι πεθαίνεις, σε σώσανε, ζεις. Και δεν πληρώνεις τίποτα. Να είσαι στην Ελλάδα, forget it. Θα πουλήσεις το σπίτι, φακελάκια, 1 million ευρώ, να σε σώσουνε. That's how it is in Greece. And it's not, no, it's not illegal. Σου λέει έτσι δουλεύουμε εμείς εδώ πέρα. That's how they work over there, but he was free. Και τον έβλεπες τώρα τον μπαμπά. And look, I felt sorry for him. But the guy next to him was about 150 years old. 6, what's 6? How did I say 6? How did I say 6? No, 6 bypass in medical terms. Why she said 6? Not quadruple, 6. That's it. Couple. What's couple, Tanu? Yeah. And he said, mate, your dad, I can't get to sleep. Ooh, mate, I can't wait to get out. I'm going to take my missus. We're going to tour Australia. We're going to see Australia and live it up. Λέω, παπά, αυτός κοντεύει 100 χρονών. Because where to explain, translate, to explain. And I went with Dad to the sessions before, because they have to sign a document, it's a legal document, before accepting the operation. And the cardiologist said, tell your father that, was it 5%? Is it 5%? Don't make it out, κάτι έτσι statistically. Λέω, μπαμπά, ξέρεις, υπάρχει πιθανότητα να μην βγεις ζωντανός από το οπερέσιο θέατρο. Λέω, θέατρο είναι το μυαλό σου και οι γιατροί είσαι στα θέατρα όλοι έχουν μαζευτεί. Anyway, I said, μπαμπά, θα πάρει τη γυναίκα του και θα γυρίσει όλη την Αυστραλία. Λέει, είναι ανέστητος αυτός ή η γυναίκα του, είσαι ανέστητος. Ανέστητο, it's a Greek word, ανέστητος, ανέστητος. They asked Dad, they said, ask your father, does he want a pig valve or does he want a stainless steel valve? And Greeks love stainless steel. Λέω, μπαμπά, ο χειρούργος με ρώτησε να σε ρωτήσω, θέλεις, λέει, γουρουνίσια βαλβίδα ή μεταλλικιά stainless steel? Πες του, δεν είμαι γουρούνι και αυτός και το σόι του είναι γουρούνια όλοι. Remember the show, Who's the Boss or Some Boss? We've only got one boss in our family, a big boss in our, big BB. She's a boss in our. She's a big boss in our. And it's great to have one boss because you don't have to accept any responsibility. Sit off this one. I didn't make the decision, you did. You're the big boss, but you were. Now, who's game enough? Because I've got lots and lots of presents to give away. We're going to have it's called an oost calling competition. So, please feel free, 2-3 of you, including females, because οι γυναίκες πάντοτε κάνανε κουμάντο. Even in ancient Greece and Rome, it wasn't the men, it was the women. Βέβαια, σου λέει, why do they say happy wife, happy life? Γιατί μετά, you're going to divorce, διαζύγιο, I don't practice family law, but they're very, very expensive. Καλύτερα να μείνεις παντρεμένος, όχι χωρισμένος, παντρεμένος, it's a lot cheaper. So, yes, my wife came up with a concept many years ago when we had children. We have the concept of good cop and bad cop. You're good cop and I'm bad cop. How does that work? Άκουσε με, τα πάνε όλα καλά. But it worked against me. Because φωνάζει η μάνα τους, σέζουν τα πάνω τους. We'll talk about that too. Με συγχωρείτε, the word shit, με συγχωρείτε, sorry, but I've got to say, these kids talk really freely these days. Get your shit together. Μάσεψε τα σκατά σου. I can't say μαμά, μάσεψε τα σκατά σου. Πάει κοτάρα. Θα σε σκοτώσω. This is good shit. Αυτά είναι καλά σκατά. Μαμά, αυτά είναι καλά σκατά. You can't say that. These kids are talk freely. I just found an aguri. See, what we do is... Coles. I do not have any contractual arrangement with Coles. I do not make any royalties. Disclose. You must disclose. Always disclose. So the Greeks have an old saying. Η ζωή είναι σαν το αγκούρι. Άλλος το τρώει και δροσίζεται και άλλος το τρώει και ζορίζεται. imagine? Can you imagine being in a court case? Nico, imagine your witness in a court case. And you've got a Greek interpreter. Πούσε Δήμητρα, βάλ' το χέρι σου, περνάς εδώ. And the magistrate or judge asks a question. So it's defamation case. And κάτσε να λύσουμε, θα κάνουμε τα κορδονάκια μας καλά. Αυτά τα κορδόνια θα μας φάνε. Can you imagine με τα κορδόνια? Κορδόνια στον κόλο. And can you imagine, να το βάλω εδώ πέρα γιατί δεν μου αρέσει να το πειράζω. Anymore. And someone defamed someone. A Greek defamed another Greek. And the judge or the magistrate asks the witness, and what did Mr. X say to you that you believe defamed you? He said that you're talking about cucumbers. And then he said to me, you know what, be quiet, because life's like a cucumber. Some people eat it and they quench from it, other people eat it and they get whatever, you know, from it. Where do we come up with these phrases? There's so many phrases. There's another one that came to mind the other day. O minas eshi enya. See, Greek months have 9 days. How do you explain it? O minas eshi enya. The month has 9 days. But why? I googled it. To googlarisa. Because in 1821, Google it. In 1821, and after the Greek Revolution, when Greece became independent, what do you call it? The opposite was talking Greek now. Public servants used to get paid on the 9th of every month. That's why it's Enyaish or Minas. Yes. Interesting. I'm going to call 3 people up now, and we'll have a little Oost calling competition now. When I was growing up with the Spiros Yearos gang, because we had a gang, but it wasn't a gang like a bikie gang. I mean, εμείς είχαμε ούτε ποδήλατα, not even. We said that Oost was the Greek mating call. Oost, hello Mori! I've never called my wife Mori. Would be the first and the last. So, but my father Psomotiris. So 3 people I'd like to call up. They can be all women, they can be all men, or both, or hybrid. Έχουμε τώρα hybrid. Η ζωή έγινε hybrid. Half. Πετρέλαιο και μπαταρίες. Τρελαθήκανε τελείως. Hybrid. Πού το βρήκα το hybrid? Δηλαδή έχουμε hybrid Κινέζους και Έλληνες. Για half Chinese, half Greek, Chinelinas. Hybrid, Chinelinas. 3 people, please come up and let's have some fun, real fun, and let's have a news calling competition. 3 people, I welcome 3 people up to the stage, please. Come on, έλα και εσύ, έλα, θέλεις να φωνάξεις, έλα εδώ, είσαι έλα εδώ εσύ, έλα εδώ σου το χεράκι σου. Έλα, μπράβο, 1, 2 more. Μπράβο, πώς σε λένε αγάπη μου? Σούλα, Χρυσούλα, the golden child, έτσι, Χρυσό, the golden child. I love Greek names. Η γαριφαλιά. What's γαριφαλιά mean in English? The carnation woman, you're the carnation woman. Πώς σε λένε? The carnation woman. Garifulus. Γαριφαλιά. 2 more people, please. The Greek language is an amazing language. Amazing. Oh, έλα. Mary, έλα εδώ, έλα γιαγιά, you're the best. Γεια σου αγάπη μου γλυκιά μου, έλα θεία εδώ, έλα εσύ εδώ. We go back a long way. Thea is from, πάμε Ζάκυνθος. Ζάκυνθος is from Ζάκυνθος. Απ' τη Λούχα είναι ο Πίκας. Από πού είσαι εσύ? Εξωχώρα, where's that? Does this work? δουλεύει? Very close. 1 more. A male, we can have all females, not a problem. Ελάτε. We'll have a good time. Come on. One more person. Ελάτε, μην τρεπόσαστε. Mary, έλα εδώ, Mary. Έλα. Έλα εδώ, Mary. Female oost callers. Oost. Oost. Έλα, Mary. Βγάλανε τα μπακλαβαδάκια και τα φουκάτσια. Έχετε φάει καλά, δεν θέλω παράπονα. Α, ναι, το ίδιο όνομα, Τόνης Αντωνία, γιορτάζουμε τις 17 του Γενάρη. Έτσι, δεν ξέρουμε πότε γεννηθήκαμε, αλλά ξέρουμε πότε γιορτάζουμε. One more, ελάτε. Έλα, Οδυσσέα, έλα εδώ. Πού πας εσύ, έλα εδώ, δεν την εξεφεύγεις. Έλα εδώ εσύ, ο κύριος Οδυσσέας Πλατίναχος έχεις, coming out. Έλα εδώ, αντράτσι μου. Είναι και πατριώτης τσου. Έλα εδώ, αντράτσι μου, έλα. Ναι. Ο άντρας σου έβριζε παλιά. Έλα εδώ. Θέλω να μας πεις ουστ. Το καλύτερο ουστ θα πάρει δώρα. Όλοι θα πάρετε δώρα. Μπορεί να είναι μικρό, μικροσκοπικό ή μεγάλο. Big one. Οδυσσέας, Χρυσούλα και η θεία η Αντωνία. Λοιπόν, θέλεις να τολμήσεις, θα πεις το καλύτερο σου. Να θυμηθείς τα νιάτα σου όταν τα παιδιά σε τσατίζανε και ενευρίαζε και έδειξε κανένα στέπες. Ουστ! Πού πας, κάτσε εκεί. Το τίκο. Ουστ! Big round of applause. Σου ρωτήσεις. Αυτά είναι καλά για τα χόρτα. You know, όταν χειρώνουμε τα... It's like we're digging for gold. Έτσι, μάλλον έτσι. Αυτά είναι... Θα μαζέψεις χόρτα αύριο, μου φέρεις και λίγα να τα φάμε. Μπράβο. A big round of applause for Οδυσσέα Χρυσούλα. Μπράβο, αγάπη μου. And the Αντωνία, thank you. Είμαστε καλά. Okay, whoa, wait a sec, I've got to get my mandinadas. Now, what we're going to do now is, in Crete, it's a tradition of ours. We sing 15 syllabic poems or mandinadas. And a mandinada is expressing happiness, sadness, laughter, grief, love, and there are fun mandinadas too. Puno Michael, Ella Michael, this is Michael. Ο Michael είναι ο son του Οδυσσέα. Son, he's half Greek, hybrid, half Greek, half English. Michael is a very talented musician. He's been playing live Crete music for many, many years. You started, I believe, at the age of what, 8, 9? I'm 15 years older than Michael, and Michael used to sit on my bodya, like on my budachi. And Mr. John Krasadachi, Mr. John Krasadachis, is a very, very dear friend. We've known each other for many, many years. He used to live in Elwood, Chase Trellas. I used to drive him crazy and I used to visit him. And they're going to play a few, these are called shimatika or sigano. And I'm going to sing some mandinadas celebrating my 60th, oh boy, at midnight. And also some other funny mandinadas. So I just want to give you a taste of some funny Crete mandinadas. It's really important. Agapi mu, the first two are for you. Boss, big boss in a puise. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Is it good job? Good job? Okay, good job. Δουλεύουνε αυτά, ωραία, μπράβο. I don't want the παγωτό. Δεν μου παγωτά έτσι, το γλύφο. Okay, and look, φάγατε καλά. Did you eat χόρτα? There was χόρτα on the table. Εγώ τα μάζεψα. Yes. Τα μάζεψα, παιδιά, weeks and weeks ago, before the rains. Τα πάγωσα, αφού το μείνε κατάψυξη. I took them out. Τα ξεπαγώσαμε. And that was the first thing to go tonight. I've noticed χόρτα. Know your roots. Eat more χόρτα. A lot of people smoke horta. Us Greeks eat horta. You want some weed? Έλα ρε φίλες λίγο weed. Έχω κάτι ωραία να δει και έλα. Έλα τα πάμε. Oh, and I forgot. Έλα εδώ έχουμε και χορτόζουμο as well. Who wants χορτόζουμο? This is good. This, as you know, as our doctors down there know, this is detoxing stuff. Πίνε αυτό κάθε μέρα και θα έχει σηκώτη like a 5-year-old child. Χορτόζουμο, it's here. With a bit of residue, that means it's good. Whoever wants the χορτόζουμο θα το αφήσω εδώ. Don't be embarrassed because it's really good stuff. The reason why they call it a paleo diet, γιατί είναι παλιό. Όλα τα παλιά is in fashion. Paleo, παλαιό. Έτσι, Γιάννη. And now I'm going to read you some others. I've written probably about 25,000 of these. When I was a court reporter many years ago, I used to record the court cases. So pressing a button and I used to lock every time the speaker changed. But even though you were krifos, because I used to write mandinadas in court. And the judges and the magistrates said, Tony, what are you doing? It's so much writing. I said, oh, well, I'm writing Cretan poetry. It's in our blood, it's in our system. We love our heritage, no matter where we're from. It's really, and this is what we're teaching the girls. You know, be proud, be more than proud, be humble of your roots. You know, eat your horta. Because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I'm embarrassed, I'm not going to have that. And then, no. You know, there's an Italian guy and he conducts a foraging adventures. He makes so much money. Actually, I'm going in November to Katoomba. We forage. Because cavemen, Yapanthropy, the first thing they had was rhesus. That's what they ate. Because they never had the technology to make it, what do you call it? What do you call the thing when you kill something? What do you call it? A weapon. And they ate rhesus, horta. And our parents survived World War II and the Civil War, mind you, the Greek Civil War from 1946, or actually started in 45, actually even before then, but 45 to 49, more Greeks perished during the Greek Civil War than they did under the German occupation. And the truth is, our parents survived, or a lot of them survived, by just eating horta. Plain horta. You know, they're amazing. And, you know, I'll say it, I'm a self-confessed hortaholic. I love horta. Yipon, we're going to have some mandinadas now. You're having a great time, guys. Look, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming. All the net proceeds are going to Dementia Australia. It's a great organisation. I have a close relationship with Dementia Australia because people are living longer, which is great. But by the same token, this horrible, debilitating, and humiliating disease, it's increasing. So the more money we give Dementia Australia, the more money they have to conduct more research, and maybe one day, and I think, and I'm not sure, but our learned fellow medical practitioners here will tell you that they're coming up with all these new ways of maybe with reversing, or maybe having a test to see if you've got the genes in you, or whatever the case may be. But it's really worthwhile just to donate if you can, even $1 or $2. Anything over $2 is tax deductible. So it's for a great cause, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming, and also to celebrate my 60th, well no, my 21st minus the summers. Χωρίς τα καλοκαίρια, we subtract, makes us look good. So are we ready to go, boys? Thank you. Big round of applause. Ma pira, agli razza. κεφαλονίτησα, πανέξυπνη καπάτσα. Μου έλεγε ένας μπάρμπας μου, πάρε κριτικοπούλα, μα πέρα πει κεφαλονιά, με βόλικα μπαούλα. Γεράσαμε, είπα της μάνας μου γέρασα, μου λέει να άκους τα χρωστά. Όπα, 60 χρόνια έφτασα, δεν άλλαξα κεφάλι. Είμαι τρελός και κουζουλός, μυαλό δεν έχω βάλει. Ό,τι κι αν πει η γυναίκα μου, το ίδιο ρε μου κάνει. Όταν κι αν κάνω και να πω, ό,τι κι αν κάνω και να πω, την έχω βρε τρελάνη. Όπα, όπα, φωνάζει η γυναίκα μου, άστινε να φωνάζει. Αφού με ξέρω κέφαλος, τίποτα ρε πόσοι δεν αλλάζει. Ο Κασαπάκης χέστηκε, γυναίκα θα μιλήσει. Τρέμει όλο το σώμα μου, πεθαίνω σαν με βρίσει. Νόμο. Αχ, αυτά το κολονόσκοπης. Ο κόλος μου είναι γερός. Μα Θεέ μου, όταν κλάσω, είναι κανόνι και βροντά, το κόσμο θα χαλάσω. Αν φάω ένα μπρόκολο και λίγη φασολάδα, ο κόλος μου είναι σεισμός και τρέμει η Ελλάδα. Όπα σου λέω, απ' την τροπή μου κάθομαι πάνω σε μαξιλάρι. Πού το μαξιλάρι? Πάνω σε μαξιλάρι. Άιντες, πάνω σε μαξιλάρι. Να μην ακούγω τις κλανιές, μην πάρουνε χαμπάρι. Καμιά φορά απ' τη χαρά κλάνω και πορτοκλάνω, με συγχωρείτε, κάτσα εκεί. Κλάνω και πορτοκλάνω και κοτσινίζει ο κόλος μου και το μυαλό μου χάνω. Oh, pass! And this is a serious one. Στο ψιλορίτι, όπα, φα! Apply a bit of them, but not much. Michael told me, and Yanni was my first work teacher. Στο ψιλορίτι θα ανεβώ, ψιλορίτι is the creek Mount Kosciuszko. Στο ψιλορίτι θα ανεβώ και στην κορφή θα πάω και θα φωνάξω δυνατά, Big Bossy να σ' αγαπάω. Και αγαπά με πόνο. Άιντες και αγαπά με πόνο. Δεν το αξίζει βασιλιάς που κάθεται στο χρόνο. You are worth everything to me, all of you here tonight. You are my encouragement, all of you. And now I believe just μεγάλη αντράτσι μου. We're going to have some dancing as well. We've got an area, we will create an area for some dancing. We're going to have some Pontian dancing too. Pontian dancing, Cretan dancing, everything what they as well. The night is still young. Η νύχτα είναι ακόμα μικρή.
gentlemen, just before, this is the best birthday cake I've ever seen. It's about to come out, but what I'm going to do...
Δεν τελειώσα, ρε.
No, that's it. Have a rest.
Γαμώ το στανιό μου, γαμώ τα όλα.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael, the kritika songs that he sings are so emotional and beautiful. Impromptu, I'm going to get him to sing one song, very short. Have a listen to this man. Metakritika.
Come on, mate.
Big round of applause. Come on.
Greek frisbee. Παλαβό plates. Παλαβό plates, θυσιασμένο plates.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time now where
έχω πει κι άλλα δώρα να τον έχω και
no,
πότα και
the
ζουμί.
man turned 60.
Κάτσε.
Have we got the cake?
Ποιος είναι ο Μπόσης?
Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause to Michael. Fantastic. Gives you goosebumps. Well done, bro.
Μπράβο κουρούτες και αγιάδαλοι και κουρούτες. That's where these fakes are from. Όχι αρκαλοχώρι, αλιτζανί αρχοντικό. Ο Μπατελής από τα αρκαλοχώρι. Μπατέλο που είσαι βρε. Εκείνη αρκαλοχώρι τη γέννημα θέρμα. Μπατελή was born in αρκαλοχώρι.
I really don't know what he's saying.
Πίνεις πράγμα, ρουφάς. No, I've got a commercial for Paris Seafood Cafe.
No.
That's all πράγματα να πούμε. Α, είναι τούρτα. Μα δεν είμαι ακόμα 60. I can't resist. Θυμάσαι in the old days. I found the book. I found the book. Το αλφαβητάριο, remember this? Θυμάσαι εδώ, ναι. I got a really good one. I just can't resist it. This is how we used to learn Greek. Kai kota. Να η κότα μίμη. Να η καλή κότα. Έκανε ένα κοκό. Το έκανε να το. Κοκό κακά.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we do cut the cake, could I get the Paris Seafood crew up on the stage, please? Everyone from Paris Seafood in Cronulla. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We want the whole crew, everyone up here on stage, thank you. Everyone, come on, come on. So Paris Seafood is exactly across the road from Cronulla Station. Please go and support this great business. What I'd like to say today, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the... He doesn't stop. Ladies and gentlemen, Paris Seafood closed their doors today. They closed their doors today, and ladies and gentlemen, all the food that you had today, they are donating to Dementia Australia. You can't get better than that. So, no more needs to be said. I want every single person to make sure you go to Paris Seafood and support them.
Άμα δεν πάτε να φάτε στο πάρει, θα σας κάνω ντατά. I love Greek baby talk, ντατά. Mamam. We still say mamam. Ντατά.
I'd like to thank the chefs, the waitresses, the waiters.
That's a
Thank
Euros
you,
cake.
everyone. You've done an amazing job tonight.
The butter, I want to thank
And the
Ali,
guys at
I
the
want to
bar.
thank sound and lighting, I
Oh,
want to thank
Daniel.
the bar.
Mr. Sound Engineer,
Daniel,
thank you, sir.
Hey, sorry for make you crazy, mate. Sorry, big sorry. You got insurance, good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause to Paris Seafood staff
Thank
and
you.
for their donations to Dementia Australia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can see this cake, but it's a cake with a Yearos on it. I don't know, can you turn it over? That's okay. It's a picture of a Yearos on it for Tony. So, ladies and gentlemen, after three, let's sing Happy Birthday to Tony. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Tony. Happy birthday to you.
Amen. Amen. Proszę, nie mi to dokończyć.
Είμαστε κριτικοί.
Just cut the cake, it's okay.
Bez pipes.
Vivian secretly said to me she'll give you something special later. I think it's a smash in the mouth.
Not the Yearos. Το λυπάμαι το Yearos εδώ. Everyone's gonna have some.
All right.
I'm begging the club. A bit more time. I'm begging you guys. 15, 20 minutes. No, πρέπει να φύγουμε.
We're running on schedule.
Are we are?
Ladies and gentlemen, θα πάρουμε λίγα χορευτικά. I want you to sing, dance. Are we ready, band? Να κάνουμε λίγα χορευτικά. We're just going to play some music. Thank you, crew. Thank you very much. Κάτι γρήγορα να χορέψουμε να... No, it's okay. Ready? Guys, you know what to do? You know what to do? Let's go.